fall victim to her ever-changing fate. My lifeless body folded to her arms again. Like a tenor waits to make her pay. So tonight, these days take care of. We are back Sunday early afternoon, starting our day drinking right on episode 154. Today we have quite the bounty here from Toppling Goliath Brewing. So they just put out a new variety pack that we've gotten in the area. Plus we have some of their classics that we've been able to get for a while now. But we got a great lineup here showed up. We got some more whiskey to taste. We got some hanging out to do. And how we doing today, guys?
Good. Very excited for this one. This is an episode. Amber from the Black Diamond in Frackville, local bar of ours, and they took over the business after it was going to get sold. They were bartenders there, and then actually went from bartenders to owners. And Amber is a huge craft beer fan. She loves it, and we did right in the beginning of the pandemic. She went out and bought a whole bunch of Toppling Goliath for the bar. And she's like, you guys, I'm going to give you a can of each of this. And then when you guys do your episode, like a quarantine episode, I want you to try it. So we had this before, and I fell in love with this brewery. I don't think I've had anything by them I didn't like.
No.
There's a few things on this show that I haven't had before, and there's some things on here that I have had that it's not going to be on this lineup. But they're really, really good. I'm excited. I know Bob has some history of the place. If they do tune in and we get anything wrong or right, or they want to add to it, please do. Yeah, I'm pumped. And they actually gave us Amber found out we were doing this episode, and she had just recently, I guess, had someone bring her some, or she found some, but she got the Dragon Fandango, which is their sour. And she gave us
beautiful. Look at that color on that thing.
Yeah, she gave us 2 cans and said, you guys have to do this on the show. So huge support. Thank you so much from the Black Diamond. And as I walk in, she was wearing the Lord Anthony shirt, which excited me.
So this is going to be one of those, this is going to be an episode where the show beers are also the brewery. So they'll be in the running for what's going to be the beer of the night today. So.
Still smells like a beer too. Like it has a beer smell. Like it's not over like.
It smells like dragon fruit to me.
Yeah. And it's got that pink color is so good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the passion fruit comes out immediately. That's the first thing I get is passion fruit.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, I remember the first time we got it in, I picked up a 4-pack and I was like,
the Fandango?
Yeah, like sold.
Yeah,
like
I grabbed it
instantly.
too. Yeah.
This is I keep seeing Fandango, and it makes me think of wrestling, and I'm getting more excited for tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight is
Fandango. You got to think of ZZ Top.
Yeah. Well, there's Fandango, the movie thing. There's Wrestler. There's ZZ Top.
There's the Ride at Knobles.
Yep.
Yeah. Fandango is embedded in our lives. I got to get you in shot, Bob. Here, more. You're gangster leaning on me.
But yeah, all of our beers today come from the Craft House in Minersville, and then the extra bonus Dragon Fandango from we got from, like he just said, the Black Diamond here in Frackville. So we're ready to crack into some of these today. So the first one we are doing as our show beer, we get rolling, is the Dragon Fandango, which is the passion fruit dragon fruit sour.
Yes, and they do have a couple variants of it too, if I remember. I think I picked up a pineapple
I'm pretty
version.
sure there's a cherry one.
Yeah.
Oh man, sounds awesome. But well, let's take a moment to thank our Patreons here.
Yeah, you got me off guard a little bit.
Oh, he's not ready. I don't know what you're doing.
All right, so yeah, we just did our Colster giveaways, which is super exciting. We will post that in the Patreon page, but for the people who are wondering, David, you won the Colster, so we're gonna get in contact with you in a moment here. I also have to pick the t-shirt giveaway. So anyone who donates to the Patreon, $10 or up for the month, that helps us out. We do a free t-shirt giveaway, so I have to do that very soon too. But we want to thank Ryan Vox. We want to thank David S., Brett Squared, Bridget M., Andrew H., Greg R., Heidi B., Ryan G. from the Fueled by Haas podcast, Kelly, Crystal Mountain Healing, Tommy B., the Tree of Life Metaphysical Shop, Brad Z., Higher Than Other Words podcast, and J. H. Thank you all so much for the Patreon support. Like I said, we have $1. It can go up to $25. If you're a baller, you can go higher. You just can't go lower than $1. Sorry, Patreon won't let you do it. But it helps the bills going. We pay for the StreamYard services. We pay for Adobe. It helps us with the show editing. And then anything we have left over, we put in a pot, and then we buy better equipment so we can keep this show looking and sounding good, hopefully.
And also lets us keep up these giveaways too. So
yeah, so it helps us out a lot. If you guys also don't want to do a Patreon, we do have a tip thing on our link tree below, as well as merchandise. You can grab some t-shirts. There's beer glasses. There's fanny packs, if that's what you're into. I know I have a fanny pack. They're really, really cool. Actually, the fanny packs you get from here have like a pocket on the back, and they have an inside pocket, a little netting inside. It's a pretty dope fanny pack.
Nice.
Actually, there's probably one right next to you, Bob. The tornado tag one. I feel like I had to buy there it is. I had to buy the wrestling fanny pack. It's pretty big. It's nice. Leprechaun TV hanging out.
Hell yeah!
What's going on, brother? Next week's gonna be your episode, man. We're doing the St. Patty's Day and stuff next week. We'll talk about that a little later on the show. But yeah, and if you can't help us out monetarily, that is completely okay. It is not mandatory, but the best way to help us out free is just by sharing, word of mouth. Tell people you heard of the podcast, and help us get the word out there. Shares, likes, just help us with the growth. What helps us out a lot too. So thank you.
And what's the greatest nation in the world? A donation.
Oh, I thought we were gonna go with something else there. All right.
I got a bum. A bum gave us that joke the one time after a string of jokes that like the electric factory, and I think I gave him $20 for it.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a $20 joke right there. Yeah, I agree.
He just came up with he fired off like this round of jokes, and then he's like, "What's the greatest nation in the world? A donation." I was like, I got it, man. Here you go.
Like, here's my shirt.
But yeah, you got this pulled up, Bob. We'll tell them about Dragon Fandango here, and then we'll get to shooting shit a little bit. So we missed you last week, Bob. How you feeling?
A lot better.
Last beer in the chat saying cheers all. What's going on, boys?
Cheers, last beer.
I will be having a special St. Patty's Day giveaway on my channel. There you go.
Nice.
Head over to Leprechaun TV and subscribe to him and Last Beer. Put him back up in there. But yeah, go subscribe. He's doing a cool giveaway.
Nice. What day is that going to be? It's on St. Patty's Day?
He's giving away a case of Mickey's hand grenades.
All right, what we got there, Bob?
All right, Dragon Fandango from the Toppling Goliath Brewery of Decorah, Iowa. This is considered a fruited sour. It comes in at 4.2% ABV. It has IBU rating of 10. This has been checked in over 22,000 times.
Jesus.
Where it still manages to maintain a 4.24 average score. I have 37 friend check-ins where it averages 4.2. This unique kettle sour, balanced with citra hop, dragon fruit, mango, and passion fruit puree, is fruity and tart with a dry finish. And the flavor profile is listed as fruity, sour, passion fruit, sweet, and tart.
So yeah, I just wanted to pull this up quick too. They have I don't know exactly how long. I'm sure we'll get into that in a moment. You have some history, but they have made 96 beers total, and they average a 4.15 as a brewery. That's not
no.
We protect that but not with these guys. So Pseudo Sue, I've had King Sue. Is that on the table? No.
King Sue. That's our next show beer.
Okay,
and then we have dry hop King Sue.
Pompeii. Right? I had Golden Nugget. I'm trying. Here's some of the ones I've had that we didn't have at the table. I've had the Fire Skull and Money.
Yep,
that was fantastic. I'm trying to think else. There's a few. This is the one I want to try. The Galaxy Dry Hop Pseudo Sue. I really want to try that. I believe I had Sun Reaper. I had Twisted Galaxy. Actually, I just go to the. I'm doing the fucking wrong thing here. Go to you. 13 different beers I had from them. Pineapple Papaya Fandango I had. The Nugmo, which was really good. The Supa Sumo. So we've been really fortunate to getting a lot of their beers up this way because it just really there's a lot we had here that I
they're out of Iowa.
Yeah, their distribution kicks ass. But yeah, I definitely want to try that Galaxy version of the King Sue.
Yeah, I've had 7 of their beers.
There's another one I have, but I know I didn't check in. But if I see the can, I'll know right what it is. But yeah, their can art is beautiful. The artwork is fantastic. Yeah, I love what they do. It's cool too, like because I didn't know they had like. I mean, I did have their Pompeii, so yeah, I lied. I did have a sour by them. But
Pompeii's is not a sour.
Yeah,
the Fandango. Sorry, the one I said earlier. Oh, they have a pseudo seltzer, a mango pseudo seltzer, and a watermelon seltzer. I've never been to Iowa, but I never really had a reason to go, but now I do.
I have a cousin that lives in Iowa. I don't know how far he is from there. I'll have to.
It's not a big state.
Message him.
I just suddenly fell in love with your cousin. Yeah, I just suddenly fell in love with your cousin.
Yeah,
let's go visit, and then just give us a reason to go there. They actually made a Bock too, a barrel aged knock one Bock.
Shit! I have had the Pineapple Papaya Fandango.
Because
we have it here.
Yeah, because I brought it. I think.
Yeah, my picture, it's clearly on the table.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they have a lot of fun stuff. If you guys ever had Toppling Goliath, let us know. Tell us what you thought of it. And if you are cracking open a beer this weekend, let us know which one you're drinking. And yeah, we'll have some fun here today.
Yeah, one of my favorites, the Sun Reaper is one that like that's one of my go-to grabs, and that one's one that got me through the first like quarter of COVID too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's such a goddamn good beer.
Yeah,
And then
we
the
had that
Intergalactic
both.
Warrior is really good too.
We had the Sun Reaper both in the 4-packs, and I think we had a 6-roll of it on at one point.
Yeah,
too,
Sun Reaper is
so-
fantastic. But yeah, I've had the King Sue, I've had the Sun Reaper, the Dragon Fandango, the double dry hop Pseudo Sue, Intergalactic Warrior, and the Pineapple Papaya Fandango. I've had more because I just don't check.
Yeah, I just suck at checking stuff.
Yeah, I have entries on Pseudo Sue, King Sue, Pompeii, Pineapple Papaya Fandango, Dolphin Sparkles, the French Smash Series S'more Stout, and now the Dragon Fruit.
Dude, this one's so goddamn tasty. Like I'm like cranking it down here, and it's my show beer, and I'm like, oh shit.
Well,
I'm
it's
like, I
only
gotta slow down a little bit.
Well, it's only 4.2, so
No, it's just
I mean,
so
that's
good.
not
I'm like,
a-
oh crap. Like I'm
I
like,
think the first time I had it, I think I was grilling,
yeah, and
it's just yes, I was because I took a picture.
I seen a bunch of these beers at Shangy's last couple times. I just was there but never had any. You have to give them a shot, man.
Yeah.
They're really
yeah,
good.
dude, everything. Like I'm excited to try all. Like we've had some of these, but some of these
if
I've
you
never
haven't
had.
their stouts before, their stouts are phenomenal.
Yeah, I never had a stout by them.
Neither have I.
I was gonna pick one up, and then I'm like, I think we have enough on the table.
You should have added a stout. In one in doubt, here's a little. In one in doubt, if it's a different style, always grab it.
All right.
Even if there's a lot, we'll just do it. But so, what all comes in the variety pack, Bill?
All the 12 ounces. So basically all of their mainstay beers. So the Pseudo Sue, the Pompeii, the Dorothy's New World Lager, and the Golden Nugget.
Nice. I don't think I've had Golden Nugget, so I'm excited to try that one. Yeah,
I haven't had the lager. I haven't had the lager or the Golden Nugget yet.
Yeah, I
so.
haven't had. Oh, is this a lager?
Yep.
Oh, this is fucking exciting. I'm really pumped. We just need to have a Pilsner by them. A Pilsner, a Bock, and
Pilsner, a Bock,
and a stout. Try them all.
Well, what you guys been up to this week? How was your wrestling show last night, Tony?
Oh, it was fun. I was at the Monster Factory in New Jersey, which, I mean, who's who came out of that school? The Pitbulls, King Pong Bundy, Virgil, Gilbert. I'm starting obviously guys that you're in WWE now, Sheamus, Killer Cross, fucking Damian Priest, former UFC star, Matt Riddle. It was owned by Larry Sharp. It's one of those schools that's been around for a very, very long time, and it's one of the OG wrestling schools in the country. And I got to do commentary from inside their school, which was a absolute blast. I had a really good time. It still blows my mind starting these podcasts, like the wrestling one, the beer one, and stuff like that. It's crazy just to see, starting your kitchen, talking stuff you're passionate about, and like you get opportunities to do cool things or have cool experiences. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. And the fact that you guys listen and subscribe and comment and hang out with us and put that word of mouth out there is a huge reason why we're able to have these experiences. So thank you, because I do not take that for granted. Walking in these venues and I'm like, man, like people are fucking supporting me enough that I have enough of a buzz that people want to hire me to do commentary, and I don't have to be a character. I could just be me, the podcast guy.
Yeah.
So it's really, really exciting. There's possible news too I didn't get to tell you guys about with TBI.
Oh, yeah.
So TBI, I reached out to a local business, and I guess what they do is like ghost hunting. Like they do more like tours, where like you contact them and they have like a bunch of different partners they work with. They have like over 18 different partners, and it's all these like haunted locations, and you go with them and they take you to that location and they take you on a tour of the building and go through things. So I pitched to them like, hey, why don't we like maybe once a month we go inside the spooky place, we do a podcast, you tell us the story of what happened here. Maybe something happens on camera, maybe something doesn't. And then we use the podcast to like promote people going and booking appointments there.
Yeah.
And they love the idea. So we're going to talk more in the upcoming weeks, and that's going to be something exciting for TBI. So we can do some on location and go to some spooky places. It's pretty pumped. I'm
Nice.
excited
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
That's awesome. So we got a lot of beers here. We're gonna go obviously around and talk about each what we've all been up to and stuff. But we got a lot of beers here. So the first one we're gonna crack from this variety pack here is the Pseudo Sue.
I thought you touched this like, yo, it's way too
The
early.
first
for
thing
that.
we're doing is cranking down shots of this whiskey we're gonna try here.
I'm
in a
very
second.
excited for this new segment of the show, but this is where it always fucking I go down the roller coaster hill right here, right when you bust these bad boys out.
That's where it'd be an episode again of us all just talking over each other.
Yeah, it's just like the roller coaster, and then just like, blah, and then you hear this. Every episode you hear this, and it's over. And then it just goes way downhill.
All right, Bob, what we got?
All right, Pseudo Sue again from Toppling Goliath Brewing of Decorah, Iowa. This is considered an American Pale Ale. It comes in at 5.8% ABV, and it's rated at 45 IBUs. This has been checked in almost 202,000 times, and it still manages to maintain a 4.13 rating. I have 180 friend check-ins where it averages 4.14.
Do we have any Dom the beer guy?
It doesn't come up as a highlight. I can.
Has anyone checked him out? I checked on him. He seems like
I don't know.
Let me
Make sure he's
scroll
all right.
through quick.
if you want to follow us too, we are on Untapped. You can follow Bangin Beers Podcast Anthony, and then I tag all the boys from the show, so you guys can just go to our latest one and go follow along.
And I'm super lazy about it.
Yeah, sometimes I am too.
I'm usually
Bob's our best untapper.
Bob's
Yeah.
the king of Untapped.
I'm usually fairly pretty good, and if I have one at home, I'll do a little write up. But if I'm here, I just hit.
Yeah, I just write episode 154 and then move on.
Yeah, I 180 is quite a few to scroll through. I don't see anything near the top from Dom.
Brian the Beer Snob. Look, we have the who's of beers content creators hanging out with us. Thank you
Cheers,
guys
Brian.
so much. Yeah, go check out Brian the Beer Snob. He shares a lot of his content on our community page. So we do have on Facebook, if you were more of a Facebook user, our Bangin Beers fan page, and you can go on there and post your content if you make beer content. The only thing we ask is like just be a part of it. Like comment when people post beers, and maybe if you're out somewhere, take a picture of a brewery or beer you're having. Just engage in the community. Don't just dump content.
Or
none of those guys do.
Also, if you're out and see one of our decals somewhere,
Oh yeah, that's a new thing. So if you find our sticker out in the wild, or if you want us some stickers, just you can order them or just let us know. We maybe can send you some. But we're trying a new hashtag out, Bangin in the Wild. So if you see a T-shirt or a sticker,
yep,
take a picture
take a
and
picture.
hashtag Bangin in the Wild.
We have a fresh one. Bob's brother-in-law got one up in Colombia.
Really?
Yeah, in a bar in Medellin.
Yeah, dude.
That is so
You gotta
sick.
go back and read through the chat, man.
I missed so much yesterday during that wrestling show. Is there a photo of it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, did we post it yet?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
We
post
will.
it then after the show. So we're in Colombia.
Hell yeah.
That is sick.
Him and his new girlfriend went on vacation to Colombia for a week, and so he left his car at our house when they went to the airport, and I gave him 3 stickers to put up in his travels.
Nice. That is super fun. Banging in Colombia.
Hell yeah.
That's a whole nother episode we
It
did
is
on there.
yep.
Yeah. We can go on some snow days.
We'll do our Sofia Vergara tribute day.
Jesus, she's a goddess.
All right, but what we got there, Bob?
So this Citra Hop Pale Ale is delicate in body with a mild bitterness in the finish. Ferocious hop aromas of citrus and mango give a refreshing taste that is bright with just enough bite. The flavor profile is hoppy, smooth, clean, tropical, and light.
I agree with all that.
Dude, this is
Yep.
such a crusher.
Yep.
Like, and I love that these new variety packs that are coming out are 12 ounces again, too.
Yep. And not
Like, 16 are fine, but like, when I'm having when I'm cooking on the grill or like just making food or like hanging out, like, I don't always want a 16 ouncer.
yeah.
Like, and it's like the Pseudo Sue, like, this is an all day. Like, this is a football beer. What do we get? A sports beer, or, hanging out, grilling, playing some cornhole, stuff like that. So you don't get too fucking shit housed on a fucking 9%ers.
Shit house. I like that one.
Dude, Zach posted yesterday in the community about he was doing he had one of the tall boys of the double broken heel.
Yeah.
Oh,
And there was like a very nice bingeable IPA. And I'm like, dude, it's 9.2%.
yeah, you're gonna die.
I don't know if it tastes like it'd be bingeable, but it most
Oh
certainly.
yeah, you can definitely can crank those down, but
Yeah, they drink
going
nice.
to get up
Yep.
to you real quick.
You ever? I know I did one time on the show. I know Ben, who's been on the show, has done it a few times. You ever get like fucked up and you're like, just like in the bathroom, and you're like, I should trim my beard, and then you're just like, you're like I fucked up.
No.
Well, that happened to Brandon while not being fucked up. Well, we saw Brandon Yeagley from
yeah.
Crowbot. We saw him. He was at Pilgery a few weeks, like 2 weeks ago, for when we were there for Eddie Collins' emo night. And I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like,
Yeah, he kept
Yeah.
staring at me. I'm like,
Yeah.
and then
I'm like,
he
is
goes,
that Brandon?
he goes, hey Tony. I go, oh my god. He goes, is it that different? I go, yeah.
I was looking at him. I finally went over. I'm like, Brandon? He's like, yeah, man. I'm like, dude. I'm like, what happened to your beard? He's like, well, I think he told me he got a new shaver and he was trying to even something out and it just didn't work.
Yeah, he has like a fucking superhero jawline.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he killed. He's
He's a handsome man.
he's handsome with his beard too.
But
But
I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen him without the beard.
his whole band gimmick is a beardo.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like, that's Brandon, right? And then I saw his wife with him. I'm like, okay, that is Brandon.
yeah. I said the same thing. He kept staring at me, and as he's like, I was just looking at him. He's like, I was like, what's up? He goes, Tony, and I heard the voice. I'm like, oh my god.
It's crazy how much that changes people, which I'll never know. Womp womp womp.
Can't grow a full one.
Dude, I can barely grow Joe Dirt facial hair.
There you go. You
Yeah.
get the you do must you do a
but
nice mustache.
when I let it grow, it's not full though.
Wow.
Really? You
No,
can't
it
do like
gets-
a.
You can actually tell
Yeah,
how
like a
worse it
curl.
is as it grows out, how spotty it is.
I grow the anti-Hitler. I just nothing right here. Is just
I
like,
I was that way for a while, but it's like once over here grows in.
you just kind of comb
Yeah,
it over.
yeah,
I have
you
a
just
bald
comb it
spot
towards
here, and
the-
I kind of push it all
Like-
in.
I'll usually get like a 5 o'clock shadow within like 12 hours of shaving, but then it stays like that for like 4 days. And then when I let it try to grow out, it's just like string.
Yeah, beard problems, I guess.
And it takes the mustache about 2 weeks to get like this.
Yeah,
Holy shit, that's like nothing.
yeah. But I was like, I shaved 3 minutes ago.
Dude, I remember so I don't know, like my brother, like me and my one brother can grow a beard. My brother Mike can grow a beard, but me, my brother Dave, and Brian can't for some reason. My dad had an amazing beard. So my dad, he unfortunately passed away of throat cancer when I was younger, but when he went for his original treatments, like he shaved his head in anticipation of losing his hair, never lost his hair, grew a ridiculous beard. And I'm like, but none of us can grow a beard.
Yeah, he's like rubbing it.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Awesome. So what else you guys been doing this week?
What have you been up to, Billy?
I watched 3 movies this week.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
what we
Yeah.
got. What tell us about it?
I watched the new Resident Evil,
How was that?
the Welcome to Raccoon City. It was fun.
Where they smashed like 3 video games together?
Yeah, they're all two basically.
it's
The
1 and
first
2
two,
together,
one and
isn't it?
2 together. There was a lot of fan service. Like
Okay.
Which is
like-
what I want from
like a lot of the
Resident Evil movie.
like a lot of the characters that you know and love, and a lot of the locations too from the games. That was just,
Did they ever do a point
Cool.
where like they do the door?
I wish
Oh, I
that,
don't know.
like that, like every door they would have walked through, that would have been
If they-
amazing.
if they- if they
just
cut to
do,
a shot of a door.
They just cut to a shot of a door opening, and then you go in. But yeah, like you get to the mansion, you get to see the gas station from the opening cutscene of
This
2.
might be a spoiler, but do they do the snake in the attic?
I'm not gonna say.
That's a yes.
But I watched that. Then I watched Scream 5, which I liked a lot. It
Nice.
was
I've heard a lot of
it
good
was
things
fun.
about it.
Heidi
Yeah.
liked it a lot too.
Yeah,
I haven't
it
got a
was
chance
fun.
to see it yet, but I've heard a lot of good things.
They like went back to like the first movie basically, and just kind of kept that kind of structure. So they didn't try to do anything crazy or
Heidi stopped the movie
Wild,
halfway
they just-
through. I didn't answer because I was at a show, but she texted me her prediction just so she could say like she said it before it
Yeah.
happened, and I think she said I was half right. She said,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Nice.
and then I watched Antlers.
Antlers?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I liked
You
it.
like it?
Yeah.
Did you watch Antlers yet, Tony?
What's up?
Antlers?
I don't even know what
You
that
got to
is.
get on that. It's a
Yeah.
Wendigo horror movie
Oh.
on HBO.
I'll check it
Yeah.
out.
It's really good.
Square Table Degenerates are hanging out with us. Our boy STDs.
Ah, hell yeah.
We
dude.
got one, baby. The man at the table is making me nervous. I would 100% swing my arm and knock those 10 beers over. It takes a lot of practice. We've been doing this a while.
It's and when you're actually here, it's not as cluttered as it looks.
Yeah.
We got like the wall.
Yeah,
here,
we got a lot of room. I have a
But
lot of
there's like we've got a lot of room for activities
yeah,
here.
tons of room for activities. We made bunk beds. Bill, I stopped at the Craft House a couple days ago and got super excited when I saw you and that you brought the single cans back.
Yeah, tell us about that. What we got
Thanks.
going on?
We're just kind of for now just slow rolling out, bringing back the singles to be able to get like individuals out of 4 packs instead. I I was gonna bring back my variety 4-packs, but then we landed on just doing singles instead that people can build their own. So I just kind of will go through every once in a while and handpick out some like IPAs.
Why don't you show the
and
people what we have sitting over here
sours.
if they want to go and buy it now and
Wow.
prep for 2 weeks? The variety pack.
Is that over by the growler station where it used to be?
No, we moved it in aisle, and we actually got like the slider feeder shelf thing. So
Thank you
you'll
so
pull
much,
a can
Brian,
and
for
they'll
the
move
share.
forward.
So yeah, if you wanna drink along with us next week and do full cans because you guys are savages, go buy this variety pack, and you can get it at the Craft House or pretty much anywhere probably you could buy beer in Pennsylvania. If you can't buy it in Pennsylvania, go to the website. Maybe they'll ship it to you.
But Pseudo Sue, while we're on it still, because like I said, we got a lot to go through today. So but Pseudo Sue is fantastic. Like you can't. Yep, that is the new trail variety right now.
So this is what we're doing in 2 weeks. The new trail variety pack. It's going to come with a double broken heel.
I think that's 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we got
But
some.
you got time.
Bob's got quite the lineup.
That's
for
right.
us.
That's
Yeah.
right. We have a lineup before this, but we have broken heel, double broken heel, gearhead, modern West Coast, and broken heels.
So now the modern West Coast is going to
That's a
swap
hot
out.
rotation, right?
Yeah, so that'll be a hop rotation. So it'll always be the broken heels, the double broken heels, and the gearhead. But then the West Coast will switch out. So they'll change the hop profile. They'll change a couple like other things when they're brewing it.
And
so
we're going to add in the Galaxy.
that's rotation
Yeah.
one.
Galaxy.
Yep.
The Galactic broken heels. But yeah, that for $20 for
also-
$20 12-pack. Holy shit, dude! That you can't beat that mix.
And then we're going to add this to the lineup. So this is our lineup in 4 weeks. So go grab it and drink along with us in 4 weeks with some new trail beers.
But Pseudo Sue, fantastic. The citrusy in there. It's a nice light pale ale.
I can't stop drinking this drink at Fandango.
And I've been slowing down on that one because I'm like, oh, it's so good.
All right, well, let's crack this next one. Pompeii. I rained down on the villages of Pompeii with hot ejaculate. You ever watch Anchorman 2?
Oh
he's
my god,
blind.
I haven't. I think I've only watched it twice.
Oh, I love it.
That's one I gotta go back to. That's one of those ones like, did it really need a sequel?
You feel that and tell me that doesn't feel like a cock. Like that's your leg.
I just like that they didn't like crank it out like immediately, like after
Yeah.
all the success of the
sorry,
first
guys.
one.
Yeah.
Like it was like what, like 5-6 years
Yeah.
after I think they finally put
Anchorman is such a
it
goddamn
out.
classic.
I just love Will Ferrell. He could do it. And I mean, that whole cast is fantastic.
But yeah, we would this week we watched we started Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, that show's so good.
I didn't see that yet.
So
Oh.
fuck, like I have it, like it was on my, I don't know why I've never watched it, because it's just another Danny McBride movie, like show, but like his Vice Principals was amazing. Eastbound and Down is fucking hilarious. But Righteous Gemstones is Danny McBride, and the funny thing, David Gordon Green, I think that's his
Yep.
name. David
Yeah.
Gordon Green, the guys who did the new Halloween movies.
Yeah.
But it's about a like southern, like one of those like super rich evangelical preachers with like the stadium fucking churches and stuff,
Mm.
and like their corruption and shit, and it's fucking hilarious.
You
Though.
don't
His
say.
sister
Oh,
fucking steals the
and-
show.
And season 2 is
Yeah, we're about to start
Ah.
season 2 because season 2 just ended. So
yeah. You would love where season 2 goes, Tony.
Okay.
100%.
it's
You
fucking
would
hilarious.
be all in.
Do you guys have any recommendations of stuff you've been watching or listening to music wise or anything like that? Leave them in the comments below and we'll see if we've watched it or if
Yeah, we
we have it.
also-
We'll add it to our list.
Did we talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre last week?
Yeah,
I
we
said I
said
was
it was
going to talk about it.
Pretty awful. They.
I thought I liked it.
Ugh.
I didn't think it was that.
I mean, I
terrible.
can't talk shit. I haven't seen it.
Like, I mean, you hate all the characters and they all get murdered, so that's cool. But there were some really fun kills. I mean, the story is pretty stupid.
Yeah, it's a very thin story.
Yeah, but I mean, what else are you going to expect? That like the only Texas Chainsaw Massacre I like is the first one, and the second one just absolutely fucking balls to the wall 80s cocaine fueled goofiness. Because I mean, with fucking Chop Top and coked out Dennis Miller and shit. I mean, not Dennis Miller, Dennis Hopper.
Yep.
But like, I mean, if you look at all like, it's just like Halloween Kills. Like, I like those better than the other Halloween sequels, except for 2.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And,
Some of those Halloweens get pretty rough.
My thing is with the new Halloweens though, you get the setup to why he goes on the rampage in the second one.
Yeah,
And this one, it's like you kind of understand
the only thing
why Leatherface goes on the rampage, but they could have done one tiny thing and just made it seem more
I mean,
like
his whole
you're
character
on
was
his
like
side.
he was mentally challenged and it made him a serial killer, which is kind of weird. And
well, he wasn't a serial killer. He was just murdered because they had like
Yeah.
a whole cannibal family.
Halloween was tough for me for the second one. At first, I didn't like it, and then I watched it again, only because my brain is so wired to think what Michael Myers was, and this is a completely different take on him. Like he's just not the same Michael Myers you're used to.
Yeah, but he like just almost got murdered.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna go on a rampage and be angry at literally everybody.
All right, let's read this Pompeii.
All right, so we got Pompeii next. Now this one I have had before. I actually never checked this one in though.
Pompeii, again from the Toppling Goliath Brewing of Decorah, Iowa. This is considered an American IPA. This one comes in at 6.3% ABV, and it's rated at 45 IBUs. Again, this has been checked in over 108,000 times, and it has maintained a 4.05 average score. I have 125 friend check-ins where it averages at 4.02. No goodies from Dom. Brewed with the same attention to detail as the beautiful mosaics that grace the walls of prominent buildings in the city of Pompeii, it features mango and pineapple hop flavors with a medium-bodied feel to tantalize the senses. And the flavor profile is listed as hoppy, smooth, tropical, fruity, and sweet.
Now, it's been a while since I had this one, but I don't remember it being this smooth and light-bodied. Like, this is crushable. Like, you can crush these.
This is actually the first Toppling Goliath beer I've ever had.
I
Really?
think the first I had was Pseudo Sue, just because we got it in and like hearing so much about it and seeing so much about it online, like in the beer community, it's just like, all right, I had to see what it's about.
First two I had were King Sue and Pseudo Sue. I had them at the Tap Depot.
Yeah.
For how my brother Dave gave me a 4-pack of this for Chris. He gave me like a beer variety
for how
Christmas,
light
like
this is.
ago.
It still packs a ton of flavor too. That's really good. Yeah, that's scary. These are just like you can shotgun these easy.
So what I love about like their distribution is fantastic. And like for shelfies, because like when you're not going to the brewery to get stuff, but shelfies, these are a definite go-to. Like holy shit.
Well, I think they distribute in 30 states now.
That's crazy. Good for them. Sam says Chasing Killers on Netflix, short 4-episode docuseries.
That sounds cool.
I think I watched that. I'm trying to think who the first person was that they did the whole how they ran down and caught them, but I remember watching at least 2 of the episodes. It was really, really good. I hate true crime ones where there's no ending, where it's like, and then we were right on his tail and never caught him. End of story. And you're like, what the fuck? But like this Chasing Killers really shows like how hard the cops like and detectives were working to catch these. And like some of these cases are like 10 years, 12 years
That's
long.
crazy.
I forget what I watched. There was one, it was
Look at the one they just solved in Hazleton.
Yeah.
It's like a 58-year-old murder.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, the Golden State Killer got fucking pinched by someone, part of his family's DNA.
Actually, I think that was one of the episodes.
That wasn't the Golden State Killer Patton Oswalt's
his wife was working on it.
Was working on it.
Well, the thing that broke the case was someone from his family, I believe, had got like a DNA test for their ancestry.
Yeah,
and he pinged on it, and it matched the fucking DNA that they found on a crime scene like years ago.
I like
he operated for like 30 years or something.
I like watching all the ones that are like solving the serial killer stuff in like the late 70s when there was like no DNA, no nothing.
That's what I'm so
and they're just going off on like trying to figure out who these people are just by happenstance, basically.
Well, that's what I'm so pissed off about not renewing Mindhunter. Did you guys watch Mindhunter?
Yeah, that show was great.
Awesome.
It was really good.
I got the book. I still need to read it. But
I think it's just kind of up in the air. It's not necessarily canceled, but I think that they're not like
Netflix doesn't want. What I've read, I believe, is Netflix doesn't want to give the money to do it.
Yeah.
Even though there's this huge surge of people that want it for the true crime stuff.
It'll end up somewhere.
Because if you haven't watched it, it's about the early days of the FBI profiling stuff.
How it was created.
Yeah, how it was created. Like they went and interviewed serial killers, like
and it was so undercover because his tactics that he was using to get the information
may not have been ethical.
Yeah, he kind of went in. He was like, "Yeah, how did you kill her, bro?" Like kind of like befriended them and acted like he was on their team.
Well, he would use what they like. He would take like kind of what he would feed into them.
Yeah,
and be like, and kind of use that with them to get on their side of things.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
one of the kill actually wasn't the one that you said earlier. The one that was on this show that he's talking about was BTK.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's the one that you're alluding to the whole time in those little vignettes in Mindhunter.
Yeah, but I'm saying they show how they caught BTK on this this docuseries. They actually went and one of his kids had like a procedure done, and they were actually legally allowed to go in and get her DNA from that procedure, and then that's how he pinged. And they're like, "We got you."
Yeah, and it was like 2006, I think.
Yeah,
Something because he was unoperated for like 20 some years.
mm-hmm.
But
And he was one of those guys that kept writing letters. And
yeah, like taunting the police and
Yeah.
shit, like the Zodiac.
Yeah, crazy.
So I can't wait to see the new Batman.
Yeah, people are liking it.
I have seen nothing but positive from like the horror communities in. It's like apparently it's like a Batman but 7.
Yeah, yeah, I've been hearing that too. All right, let's crack this lager. I'm really excited.
All right. And Bob, so you got some road trip in Rosa this week? Where we been?
Well, I guess actually I owe you 2 road.
Yeah,
trips.
we gotta catch up.
Let me get the next beer up first.
It is Dorothy's New
Dorothy's.
World Lager. But we got two weeks of road trip in Rosa for you. I think you said you were in New Jersey yesterday.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago on Saturday. It was a short road trip, but
You got your mute switch now.
oh yeah. Yeah, and then I
Beer
didn't use
burps.
it,
Yeah, you're right.
So then we went to we started out today. We went to the Railroad House in Sinking Spring for lunch. That's a bar restaurant that's been in some kind of service since the mid 1800s. They had a decent, nothing out of the ordinary, but they carry a decent craft beer list. I think I had 3 different IPAs over there. Had an excellent Reuben for lunch. When we left there, it was less than 10 minutes away from Shaler Brewing. So we went there next. I had 2 flights there.
Where is this at now? Sorry, I missed the beginning part.
The Railroad House is in Sinking Springs.
So you're still in PA.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is all
Running area.
down in Berks County.
Okay.
And then I guess Shaler was less than 10 minutes away. We went there. That's in Shillington. Everything I had there was great. The staff was fantastic there. Trying to think, where do we go? Then on
Shaler's really a cool place. It's an old car dealership.
I was gonna say it looks like it used to be
Yeah, it's
like
an old-
like a 1970s car dealer or maybe a furniture store with a big.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's an old car
showroom.
dealership, and in the back they have an awesome beer garden for when it's nice out. Because we stopped there. We went to the I want to say the Berks Fall Festival, maybe, or it was like one of the summer fests that they do down there on Penn Ave. So we went there Rich, Vicky, and Kyle went there afterwards. Because it was dog friendly in the patio, and there was they have like a stage with band playing and they like cornhole and stuff. So it was a really cool place. Definitely need to get back there.
And we left there and we stopped at the Village Tavern in Leesport. Just a regular bar. The last job before the one I had now was right down the road from there. I used to live in that place 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first time I ever was inside again since I quit. So it was just nice to stop in again.
Nice.
And then yesterday we did a trip through New Jersey. We started out today at Spellbound Brewing in Mount Holly.
Okay.
And there was another brewery, the Village Idiot Brewing, also in Mount Holly, that we attempted to go to. I didn't do my research properly. It turned out that yesterday was the day that Mount Holly had their St. Patrick's Day parade.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be busy.
So it resulted in some detours in traffic. And while we were out trying to find a way to get to the Village Idiot, we passed Trainwreck Distilling. So we stopped in there and did a liquor flight. I tried their gin, their vodka, their bourbon, and their single malt scotch.
Ooh, how was that?
Good. I bought a bottle of scotch.
Oh yeah.
So we'll have that up on the table one of these days.
I love a good scotch. I've been getting back into craft cocktails again.
Ooh, no.
I've been
me
doing.
and liquor get in trouble.
I've been doing. Well, not. I don't have anything fancy on my bar right now. I was just using a bottle of Jim Beam I had, but I've been doing old fashions all week. I'm like, because I just need a beer break. I'm like, I have a 12 pack of Sam Adams Oktoberfest in my fridge that my one buddy gave me because he works for the brewery, and I'm like, I'm just kind of sick of beer right now during the week, so I've been doing old fashions all week and doing some different variants and stuff.
Yeah, so We left the distillery and we tried to hit Village Idiot again, but the traffic, they still had too many roads blocked off. Like after I think it was the 8th time we couldn't turn onto the street from a different direction, we decided to skedaddle to the next stop, and we ended up stopping at Southampton Bar and Liquors in Southampton. I had a blast there. The guys that were on work that day are the people that maintain their Untapped page. So I talked with them a bit. Some of the customers that were there were really fun people. Barb, if you and your husband are listening or watching, had a great time. Thank you. That's probably the longest we stayed anywhere. And when we left there, we headed out to dinner. We went to Maloney's Pub in, I hope I'm saying it right, Matuchin. And again, I had Reuben there.
Is that your go-to on a bar when you?
I love Reuben's. I actually used to keep a list of places that I went to and I rated them, but I got out of hand and I stopped doing it. But yeah, that was a good Reuben there too. The only thing is they serve them open face.
Okay,
so it's not like a regular
messy.
sandwich. Yeah. But and then we called it a day there. There was actually one more stop on the list, but it was already dark out. We wasted a lot of time trying to get to the other brewery. So
the traffic and stuff.
So yeah, plus it's 2 hours to home. So we called it a day there and headed back.
It's kind of nice having a go-to though when you go to a place. Like it's like if you don't know what's on the menu or you don't like love what's on the menu, to have something that like you kind of do it everywhere. Like I love a good French dip. So that's usually going to be one of my go-tos. Like I'm obsessed with the Little Brown Barrel.
Yeah,
Chicken parm is my go-to.
It's so
chicken
goddamn
parm
good.
subs or chicken parm.
I'm pretty open, but normally my eyes will gravitate towards like
A burger too.
a burger or something
Yeah,
like
burger.
that.
Yeah, I'll usually French dip or wings.
But if there's anyone out there that can make apps, can we make an app for Bob on Rubens to like to check in at places
Bob's
with their
Uh,
Rubens?
Brian the Beer Snob says, I got to take my son to baseball practice. It's supposed to rain all week. So thanks for another great podcast, guys.
Hey, thanks
Cheers.
for hanging
Thank you
out,
for hanging
Brian.
out and sharing. It means a lot.
But I don't think we really finished talking about Pompeii, but another fantastic IPA. The Mosaic is wonderful, nice and citrusy. Another crank. Like you just murder these all day.
Yeah, it's like a Jason Statham movie.
I like that. I
Got to
like
do a bunch of
that.
meth to keep my heart going.
Yep.
So I think lager is.
And then we're right on to Dorothy. And while Bob's going to talk about Dorothy here, we're going to crack our second show beer, which is King Sue.
Oh, fuck.
This is King Sue, right? Yeah, you got to
Yep.
crank down that. Right? I gave you guys the can there. So we got King Sue, the double IPA.
I wonder why they went with the dinosaur as their main thing.
They
Sue's a specific dinosaur, isn't it?
I think so. They partnered
Specific
with
T-Rex.
Field Museum. I think they're in Chicago about doing the dinosaur.
Yeah, I think
things,
Sue is a
like-
specific dinosaur.
Yeah, like it's
skeleton.
yeah. Yeah,
Should probably look that up.
Probably.
Well, here, while Bob does that, I'll check out what Sue is. I'm pretty sure it is.
Well, I think Bob has some
Oh, do you have
brewery
the-
history.
But
Oh, you got that in
I
brewery
don't have
history.
anything on that.
Oh,
okay.
So go ahead. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Take it easy, last beer.
Cheers.
Thank you for hanging out.
Dorothy's New World Lager, again from Toppling Goliath Brewing of Decorah, Iowa. It's actually considered a California common. It comes in at 5% ABV, and it's rated at 11 IBUs. It has been checked in almost 39,000 times and averages at 3.58. I have 48 friend check-ins where it averages at 3.51. Mildly hopped with Cascade hops, this lager is light in color and body and clean to the taste. The flavor profile is listed as light, clean, smooth, sweet, and malty.
So Sam, the beer review, says, came home this weekend for spring break and went to Mellow Mink, Evergreen, Pizza Boy, and ended up at Trogs. That is a fucking all-star
Yep,
lineup.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
The only one you missed there that I said I would have probably swung by if I was in that area is I would have added Tatter Flag.
Yeah, or Wolf.
I need to
Oh,
get,
yeah, Wolf
I need
too.
to get to Love Drafts Brewery because
Yep.
I love the butt hurt over it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
what's the butt hurt over?
So-
because the guy who created the
It's a counterculture bar, so it's like a punk bar and punk heavy metal bar. So they have a joke sign on the front that says like no sports, no religion, no politics, and like all the normies get butthurt about it.
well, they're also upset too because like people who are now reading history books they were told on TikTok that
All about how
H.P. Lovecraft was racist because he was in like the 1940s.
Yeah.
like spoiler alert, most people at that point in time were racist.
See, the thing that threw me off when I was there, and I was the first week they were open. I just happened to just stumble across it while we were out, and you get like the Lovecraft thing, you get the other horror stuff, and then like the rest of it's like gang graffiti on railroad cars, and like where does this fit in? Like it's like
It's Reading.
No, it's in
No, it's
Harrisburg.
Mechanicsburg.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like what I mean, are the Bloods and the Crips going to jump out and shoot me? What's supposed to be scary or creepy about
Yeah.
graffiti?
Yeah, I haven't been to the place yet, but they're starting to get like real concerts.
Yeah.
Like they're
Really?
doing like
Yeah.
Obituary is going to be there, I think. And they're like a old school death metal and like
Sick.
they're getting a lot of, but their bar down in Harrisburg used to be really cool. JB Love Drafts.
Is that still open, or are they?
I
closed
think
it when
so.
they did the-
I think that one's still open because like every table had like a different like classic like console system,
Oh wow.
so you could sit there like play Mario and stuff while you had some beers.
Why are we not
they
there
have a
right
concert-
now?
They had a concert venue upstairs and stuff. Yeah, it's a cool place.
So we can
but,
get drunk and play like NBA Jam on Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's, and then I thought it was funny that they have in the brewery, they have a sign on the wall. It's neon.
Oh yeah.
Says, please don't do coke in the bathroom. Pepsi's okay then.
Why do they got to ruin everything? Jack Howard hanging out with us. The Vikings saying "Oi oi." Love
Oi,
that.
oi.
It make me want to play Assassin's Creed.
But all right. So this lager, oh shit, dude, Dorothy,
The crispy boy.
You already read, yeah. It's so anyone who is out there, if you are listening and you don't really in the crop, you're not really into craft beers or stuff like that, or like your go-to is like a Bud Light or something. This will knock your socks off on that shit. This
Yeah.
is just if you like Bud Light, this will show you what that type of beer should really taste like.
I've been watching this guy on YouTube, British guy. Let me find him, see if he pops up if I just open my app because I was watching a lot of his stuff. But he did a blind taste test. He's way more educated in beers than any of us will ever be. But he did a blind taste test on a bunch of like really like lagers
Yeah.
and some like Budweiser and Heineken and all those. And it was very informative, like what he was pulling out of them because he was saying flavor like notes and stuff that I would have never ever gotten from a Budweiser. Like, but it's the craft beer channel. He's pretty popular. There's 118,000 subscribers, but he did a whole like blind taste testing of different lagers. It was pretty fun to hear.
But that's another crushable all dayer. Like seriously, like it's just a really good lager. Like I said, with being able to find these guys on the shelves, and they're all very still very fresh.
The Pompeii, the Pseudo Sue were all canned on Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
I didn't check the Dorothy's yet.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
these are
12
really good.
So 12, 21, 21.
Oh,
is
this-
when the Dorothy's was
This
canned.
King Sue is 2/7/22, so this is super fresh.
Yep.
So just the fact that they're brewed in Iowa and get it to PA within days
Yep.
almost, fantastic. What you got there? So all right, road trip more Rosa. So yeah, that sounds like an awesome trip. But how many like? Because obviously I've been doing this with you a long time. When do you start to feel it? Or you got you got a method that you were able to level all day? Or
I mean, generally, I also drink water when I do that. So I almost always have something to mix it up with. And the distillery didn't help yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, no.
But
Well, here we go.
it's difficult. It's hard to say because I mean, if it's all lagers and IPAs, I'm usually pretty good. If you get to places that do a lot of stouts or the barrel aged stuff,
Yeah.
and because not only is the ABV higher, but they tend to sit heavier in your
yeah,
stomach
they fill
too.
you up. Yeah, because we were at Little Brown Barrel on Friday,
yeah.
and Rich got the Neapolitan stout from New Trail. That was it was good. Like it tasted like, melted ice cream in a stout, but it was heavy. Like I could not, like it just sat there.
And we always try and make sure that we incorporate a stop for a meal somewhere into the trip too.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've actually, like, when we first started this and we were all super crazy. Like, I think the very first road trip I did, we had 9 different stops.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll have days where like I can level all day, but sometimes there's just an accident happens somewhere along the way, and I'm like, oh no, this is what we're doing now. But no, that's awesome. What do you got? You got any other stuff planned coming up, or you just kind of run by the week?
Yeah, sometimes I have a list of places that I'd like to visit that I haven't yet. And sometimes the trip is based on hitting that and then just traveling home from there. Sometimes I'm an untapped badge whore. Sometimes it's to get a new venue badge, or the last time when we were in Vermont, New Hampshire, just incorporated into a vacation. But most of the time it's to go to one specific place, and then we just plan a route around going there.
Nice. That's awesome. There's a place in Gettysburg that Rish tagged me, and I can't remember where she tagged me though, it's like almost like a speakeasy bar, dive bar.
Oh yeah. She was talking about it on Friday.
Yeah. Like you have to you go, it's not far from the Quality Inn. I've never known about it, but
actually there's a speakeasy in Harrisburg too, the Sturgis.
There's is that the one? We went to a speakeasy once in Harrisburg that you went through a salon.
Oh really?
Yeah, like you go up and it's a hair salon, and then you get to a spot and they you have to give the password and stuff, and they open up like a wall and you go back and it's a fucking bar and stuff. It's so cool.
Can you actually get your hair cut there too?
I think it's an actual salon during the day.
Like,
yeah,
they hire people all day, like just cut hair, just to keep the front up.
Maybe, but yeah, like that, like it's a salon. We walk up, like, they have product and stuff that you could buy on the shelves and everything. So I guess it's an operating salon. I cannot remember the name of it though, but it's really cool. Like we went up there, me, Rish, and Richard, and one of his buddies went there the one time while we were down there, and it was really cool. I think I want to say they moved a wall or a washing machine or something. You got out behind it. It was really cool. Dude, I would love to. I wish I had the money to do a speakeasy. Like that'd be so cool around here, like a coal mine theme one or something.
Or like I said, like I want to open a bar that still looks like a dive bar, but has like high-end cocktails and high-end beers and stuff like that. That would just be super fun.
That's me and Billy's future business plan when we get the capital.
Yeah.
But we got King Sue here is going to be our next show beer, and this is their double IPA.
Yes, and it looks like Tony attempted to pour it like a milk pour.
Yeah, sorry, I'm dealing with some stuff here. I have a future interview coming up, and I guess there's some drama going on with the interview, as well as I guess some stuff going on where there's possible Nazi memorabilia there. And
wait, what?
Yeah. It's pretty wild, and just I just don't want to get caught up in any crazy and drama, but yeah.
Well, real quick before Bob reads the readout. So Sue is the nickname given to FMNHPR 2081, which is one of the largest, most extensive, and best preserved Tyrannosaurus Rex specimens ever found, at over 90% recovered by bulk. So it was discovered on August 12th, 1990 by Sue Hendrickson, an explorer and fossil collector, and it was named after her. And Sue is on display at the Field Museum of Natural History in Chicago. So Sue is basically one of the best preserved Tyrannosaurus Rex,
and that also
fossils.
Explains why the partnership with Field for both King Sue and for Pseudo Sue.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And for obviously all of the variants.
To the museum, Brewing Up History, or like, do they do anything with that?
I'm sure that they probably do. I didn't look into it.
That's really cool
because I'm a bad noodle. But
the new theory that the Tyrannosaurus Rex is possibly a mix of 3 different dinosaurs that was kind of all in the same area, and they put them together to make this one dinosaur, and they're not sure if that's exactly what a T-Rex is.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
I don't know. That's what I read.
Because I mean, that looks pretty fucking full. Like I don't know, you can create something out of that.
I'm cool looking.
I'm gonna
Just imagine those things fucking walked around here.
That's
awesome. So crazy.
It's so cool.
Unless you're one of those weird Christian people that don't believe in it.
Yeah.
There's no dinosaurs. Dinosaurs weren't real.
No, it's people walking around in those inflatable suits that make it look like
that's exactly what it was.
All right, what we got there for King Sue, Bob? Oh, this is so goddamn good.
King Sue, again from Toppling Goliath Brewery of Decorah, Iowa. This is considered an imperial or double IPA. It comes in at 7.8% ABV and it's rated at 100 IBUs. It has been checked in over 140,000 times and has maintained an average score of 4.33. I have 171 friend check-ins where it averages a 4.26. And my highlight is Bill.
Hey, look at me being a highlight.
Little homework before tomorrow's Bangin' Beers episode. I don't think there's going to be a lot of protecting the floor tomorrow. See y'all in 13 and a half hours.
You guys killing it.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, oh my God.
So the write-up is this full-bodied hazy double IPA is citra hopped with a juicy combination of mango, orange, and pineapple flavors, finishing with a grapefruit aroma and a ferocious bite. And the flavor profile is listed as hoppy, tropical, smooth, fruity, and sweet.
This is a good beer. Holy shit. Like the tropicalness there, like it says on here, like a mango, orange, and pineapple from the citra hops. Like it's all there. Like the nose has that over, like that citrus aroma to it. Then I get like the orange and mango like melded.
Yeah.
And then and then there's like the pineapple I'm getting like on the back end. Like I have like a pineapple-y aftertaste in there, and it's
every time we get this in, I buy it.
Yeah, and
like
this is
just, like if not for the price point, I would get a whole case of it probably, but I need to leave room in the fridge, especially since I placed an order through Dancing Gnome, so that should be coming in this week for a future episode.
Nice. So,
and a spoiler, I only bought one IPA, and it's a West Coast.
Nice. And this is the year of the lager. So we got some beer news for us there, Billy. We got some March Madness going on with Brewers in PA.
Yes. So
Brewers in PA.
Breweries in PA is doing their March Madness. We missed the boat on going through round one and voting, but I thought it would be fun for us to do on the show for us to cast our vote. Well, because round one's already over. So we're on to voting for round two, which is fine because it narrowed it down quite a bit. But I did send the link for the voting out in our group chat.
Do we know who won round one? Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I see here. I see the photo.
Yeah. So I sent out the link, so I figured we could vote live, and then
okay, let's do this.
We'll be able to do it every Sunday until the end to see if anyone can get a brewery that they picked in this round to get to the end.
All right, so round one, it was between Dancing Gnome and Selinsgrove, and Dancing Gnome won. So now we have Dancing Grove versus Le Cabre.
Dancing Grove.
Dancing Gnome, sorry.
Gnome.
And Le Cabre beat the 11th hour. So I'm gonna be honest. Some of these breweries, I'm not 100% aware of. I'm not gonna pretend I sit here and be like,
I did the same. Like
Le Cabre.
Yeah.
Le Cabre. I thought you said Macabre.
That's done by Philadelphia.
Okay.
That's the goat in Spanish.
Yeah.
Like
Chupacabra.
Yeah. The goat sucker. The Selinsgrove Brewery, that's one Rich and I were just talking about recently. Like, that's a nice little fly under the radar brewery. Like, it's a really cool place up in Selinsgrove. It's like an old house. Their beers are fantastic. They have their Snakebite Irish Stout is like one of my favorites. It's a really nice dry Irish stout.
Mm-hmm.
But the food's fantastic. It's a nice little trip if you're ever up in the Selinsgrove area.
So and if you're wondering, the way that they picked who gets into the brackets, they created an algorithm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read off my phone because I'm not professional. and I'm not gonna memorize the whole thing.
We never sat here and pretended we are.
So these rankings were based on an algorithm we use, which factored in overall untapped ratings of the brewery, along with the number of ratings. To be qualified for the bracket, a brewery must have had 10,000 total ratings by February 16th, 2021. At the same time, any brewery with over 1 million ratings automatically qualified for the bracket and was seeded accordingly. This was added to the algorithm to account for brand recognition within the state. So with over 300 plus breweries in Pennsylvania, it's hard to decide on the best. So we use the one application that the majority of beer drinkers used to rate the best beer. So they used Untapped because a lot of people use Untapped. So there's a lot of information there that they're able to use for the algorithm to pick who will get into the brackets.
Nice.
So there's 4 regions. There's the Galaxy region, the Simcoe region, the Citra region, and the Mosaic region.
Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I didn't vote in the first round, so
All right,
sorry.
so Dancing Gnome versus the Goat. I've had Dancing Gnome, so I would maybe just give them the nod just because I know the name. The next one is tough for me. You have Evergreen versus Pizza Boy.
Yep.
Ooh,
There are lots this year
Oh.
versus last year that are ones that are very close to each other.
That hurts
like,
my heart.
That are very close. But I don't know if anyone saw Shy Bear in round 1 was up against Fourscore. So they sent somebody to Fourscore and they traded beers
Yeah.
and they hung out for the day.
Oh, I love that.
Like just to be because they posted, they're like, hey, it's like we get it's a competition, but it's a friendly one. So they went and they brought them beers off of Shy Bear, and then Fourscore handed them beers and said, here, take these.
I fucking love
And
that.
it's just like
yeah, they just posted a thing
Yeah.
about that. Like that's awesome. Like that's
yeah,
what you
it's
want
like
to see.
like it seems like they're not worried about
Did we share
winning
that?
per se.
Yeah,
it
when you
was
see
on-
that, share it. Yeah.
I'll share.
Yeah, it was on
Um,
the
So
Brewing
that's
Pig.
one of the things I like about the, and I hate to use the term craft brew, but one of the things that in the craft brew industry that you rarely see in any other industries is they all want each other to succeed and do well.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's very few cases where you go to a microbrewery and they're not helpful or welcoming of other brewers.
Or yeah, just
Um,
look at how many like that start out by letting people use their equipment.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I have a fledgling brew. Can we like I think Pilger did with Tattered Flag and
Yep.
like, Snitz
So
Creek and
let's
stuff.
we got so at the end of the day we have to pick our favorite child
Yep.
here. Evergreen versus Pizza Boy. This is fucking hard.
That is hard.
I gotta go Evergreen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna go
so.
Evergreen. Like I
Pizza
love
Boy, but I
Pizza
think
Boy, but
Evergreen's a little bit better.
yeah,
Yeah, I think bang for your buck, what you get for your price and the beer and the names and everything. Pizza Boy is fucking killing it. When it comes to like sit down and eat and drink beer, Pizza Boy is my jam. I
Yep.
want pizza. I don't want bougie craft beer food. I want like the fact they sell other people's stuff there. Everything about Pizza Boy is what I love. But when it comes down to just that beer quality, like I'm not saying one makes like, but
no,
it just
they're
so we're doing New Trail, and everyone considers New Trail the king of the king when it comes to hazy IPAs. And dude, I go Evergreen. I
Yep.
think they just make a really good IPA. I think they make fantastic beers, but that's a hard pick. I would say just for beer alone, I would give the nod to Evergreen there. We got Human Robot versus 10-7.
I have not had either, but based on the hype around Human Robot, I'm gonna vote
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, they have a lot of hype around them. Forest and Maine, who we've had on the thing, were lost to Victory. That's another big.
Yep.
That's a heavy hitter one for us. And Shy Bear and Fourscore. So Victory versus Fourscore.
Fourscore.
Both heavy hitters.
What do you got, Bob? Victory is one of the OGs, but Fourscore I think has better beers.
Yeah.
So that's I'm a big fan of the Dirt Wolf.
I love Dirt. That was one
yeah.
of my first intros to an Imperial IPA.
the Monkey series. That's a tough one.
It is tough, yeah.
Fourscore is good too. They got that smoothie market cornered, and
Yep.
but they do make other beers.
Yeah, that's the
that
thing.
are-
Like they have those Jambas that are very good, but like I love their other beers.
They had a really good log
But,
when we were there.
Care
but-
Pilsner
but,
is
Yeah.
I think just by force of numbers, I think Victory is going to take that one.
Yeah.
All right. But both are fair.
yeah.
But, I mean, but like they're better distributed.
Yeah.
They're the bigger production. It's a more familiar name. If you're not semi-local to Gettysburg, or you probably never heard of, like someone in Massachusetts, probably
Never heard
of
Foursquare.
them.
Yeah.
But
All
yeah,
right.
Victory, you can't go wrong with Victory. Victory is
No,
one of the
yeah.
OGs in PA craft beer.
So we have another one here that little tugs at some heartstrings. And this is the Simcoe region now. Hidden River versus Rotunda.
In River all day. That's my vote.
Rotunda makes some bangers.
Not like
they
Hidden
do,
River.
but yeah,
See, and that's another one where like, I love Hidden Rivers IPAs. Hand me a Rotunda sweet tart, and I will not get off that seat for 10 hours.
Yeah.
But
I love almost all their.
One of the first stouts I had that I fell in love with that I thought was like the best stout I've ever had was a Rotunda stout. That chocolate covered cherry, the Godiva chocolate covered cherry, was unbelievable.
Oh, Rotunda's fantastic too. I love Hidden River.
it's just it, but also you can vote every day.
Yeah.
So if you want to flip flop back and forth, you can.
So then we got Stick City
You're going
versus New
Rotunda then,
Trail.
Bob, am I right? Stick City.
Yeah, I'd probably
don't
go
know
Rotunda.
I don't know Stick City, so I'm gonna go New Trail.
Same here.
Yeah,
Oh,
You
I
know
thought
Stick
said-
City?
I thought he said Stickman at first.
But yeah, I saw that. I'm like, but
Let's just talk about the fact that Hidden River's the number 1 seed.
really,
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Hidden River's a really cool place, though.
Yeah.
You've never been there, actually. So I'm getting my start of my Vader portion of my tattoo next week in Royersford. So
nice.
gonna try to stop by Hidden River on the way back and bring something.
Grab it.
back
Yeah.
for
See if they
show.
have variety pack. Because
you got to hit Stickman while you're in Royersford.
That's actually where our Stickman lineup came out from the last time, because I had gotten this finished. Or no, Rich did.
Yeah.
Rich got her peanut tattoo started, so we stopped by Stickman. I grabbed that variety to bring back.
So then we have the Mooduk
I want to go
versus
there so bad. I've not gotten to get
versus the number 6 seed. 6 seed Trogs.
there yet. I can't not vote for Trogs.
Yeah, Trogs. Sorry.
Have you been to Mooduk yet, Rob?
No, I've had their stuff before, but I have not been to the brewery.
I've heard it looks like a cool place.
Yeah.
I think the time we tried to go there, it was closed early or something. It was
Yeah.
weird.
And then the number 10 seed versus 2nd seed. Odd Logic versus Second Sin.
I've had Odd Logic, so I'm going to vote on them.
I've never had Second Sin, but they're a 2nd seed. So
Really?
that's something we
Where are
should
they from?
definitely look up. I'm not sure. That's something that we should definitely look into.
You know anyone about that one, Bob?
I think they're from out west by Pittsburgh, but I wouldn't quote myself on it.
Yeah. All right. The Citra region, number 1 seed. They passed through. They beat Something Wicked. Is going to be Imprint versus Cinderlands, who beat Brewery RS.
I think Cinderland is out near Pittsburgh too.
Yeah. I mean, just because I've had them,
but-
I would say Imprint, but I've
Yeah,
never had
that'd be my
Cinderlands.
vote.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our boys Mellow Mink did not make it out of round 1, which is I think just where they're located, it's hard to see them, and they're right down the street from Evergreen.
yeah.
But they make some
I
banger
almost dumped
beers.
this down as my water. So. I was like, wait, hold on.
I didn't even
We'll
pour
talk
mine.
about that in just a second.
Yeah. So Mellow Mink lost to another great brewery, Lost Tavern. So we have Lost Tavern versus Cellarworks, and Cellarworks beat Strange Roots.
I'm going Lost. I love Lost Tavern.
Yeah,
It's
Tavern.
It's been a while since I've been there. I need to get down there. I love that place.
Yeah.
I think they opened up a new spot too.
I know they have one in Hellertown and they have one in Bethlehem.
Yeah, the main brewery is in Hellertown, and then they have a tap room on the main drag at Bethlehem. But I think they're opening a bigger location soon. You might have to look into that one.
Yeah.
Get on some beer news, Billy.
And the next time you're over in Jim Thorpe, Notch 8 almost always has something by them.
Yes.
Interesting. All right. So then we have Old Thunder versus Union Bros.
I've never heard of either of them.
not sure either.
I'd go Old Thunder just because we had Old Thunder in the one of the expedition packs with Neutral.
Oh yeah,
That's
let's
right.
do
Yeah.
it.
And then, unfortunately, another brewery we love very much did not make it out of the first round. Wolf did not make it out. They were beat by Voodoo. So
Okay.
Voodoo
Voodoo's
versus the
fantastic.
Yeah.
yeah Voodoo Voodoo's going to go against the number 2 seed now in Tired Hands.
Voodoo.
Really?
Yep.
Oh boy, that's fucking interesting.
Voodoo.
Yep.
What a
Tired
cool.
Hands. Tired Hands is good, but I
Like-
think Voodoo has a better variety. Of what
Yeah.
they do.
That's all right. There you go. Then we have Firm 4.
Their owner's also not an asshole.
Firm Form, who is a first seed.
I mean, might be. I don't know, but Tired Hands owner's not the best reputation.
Yeah. So Firm 4, which is number 1 seed, is going to go against number 9 seed Insurrection. Is that the same place who made the whiskey
I'm going to say no.
or the rum?
That's what the Insurrection is the name of the distillery.
Okay. Okay.
The brewery that's associated with him is called Half Barrel.
Okay.
Actually, sorry.
So yeah.
Put that in your hand.
Then we have the number 5 seed versus the number 4 seed with Levante versus Grist House.
That's a tough one.
That is
Yeah.
tough. Then we have the number 3 seed versus the 11 seed. The 11 seed took down the number 6 seed McCall.
I was very upset that they got knocked out.
Yeah, that's a huge hit right there. But yeah, with 4 points versus Poor Man's, so not on the list so far I see is not Brew Daddy, which I think people need to check them out more. Hitchhiker beats Crime Pun to take on the number 2 seed that beat Hilltown, Brew Gentleman.
So who's going against Poor Man's?
4 points.
I go Poor Man's. We featured them on
Yep.
the show several weeks ago.
Yes.
And Poor Man's is an awesome. Was that Ephrata?
Which one do we have from Poor Man's?
There's like the Notorious IPA.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
Biggie
that was good.
one.
That was good.
We got when Rich and I went down to Green Dragon, we stopped there. I think is it Ephrata? Yeah, I think it's Ephrata.
So head over to breweriesinpennsylvania.com to vote, and you can play along with us. And next week we'll go over the next round.
And actually, before the show, I shared the link to vote on the page. So
Yeah, I love it.
So let's talk about this whiskey, Bob. What you got here?
I should probably pour some.
Let me make sure Tony get his first.
But we got a corn whiskey here.
Bye, everybody.
Rip. Tony's not making it to AEW tonight now.
I'll make it to AEW. I'm gonna have to take a little nap first, though.
So,
By the way, the last place, the one with the really, 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 really beautiful label, started following us and liking our stuff on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
the Copper Sea.
Copper Sea.
New York.
Yeah, dude, that was so good.
Yep.
So, this is a corn whiskey from the Triple Sun Distillery of Emmaus.
Ooh, that is sweet.
I understand that Yergi Brewing has moved locations, but if you were at their old location, this is the distillery. That was in
That's the
back half of
distillery.
the
Okay,
building.
I've been there before. I had a very fantastic smoked old fashioned there.
Actually, when I go there, I usually get a Manhattan or a Cosmo.
Nice. I love a good Manhattan. They did the smoked old fashioned. So like I forget it was I guess the rye they had, and they built the old fashioned. They had like the actual like brandied cherries and stuff. And I think it was house bitters too. But then they
I don't know how you guys do
they
this.
had like a plank of whatever wood it was. I don't remember what wood it was, but they just had like a torch lighter and would like light just the site and then put a little glass over it and let it sit for a few minutes.
I feel like this would light on fire if I put a lighter to it.
I've seen that in a couple of places, and actually at the Trainwreck distillery we were at yesterday, they were doing that. She had a huge slab of cherry wood
Yeah.
that they were using to smoke.
I don't know how people drink this straight.
maybe
Just
me
like
either.
Yeah.
Did you do it yet?
Yes.
Did you almost?
I mean, I'm not a gigantic liquor person to begin with.
All right, so that makes two of us.
yeah.
This is super
I'm gonna hit my
sweet.
mood switch now.
Or also wine. Like I've never
Ooh, that's
really
100
been-
proof too.
I've-
So that's
I've never really-
that's where that burn is. This is a little burny.
I've never really been able to.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Tony looks like he's in pain.
No, I've never been able to get into liquors or wines. Like I don't know why.
Really?
Like I've gone through kicks of like doing mixed drinks and stuff at home,
So-
but then like I always fall back to it just being easier on me to just crack open a
See,
beer and
but-
drink it rather than do
no,
work.
like for me, like I just don't sit around at home and swig this. These, even gentle stuff when it's liquor, I'm a sipper.
Yeah.
Whew.
A good
So
I
like,
clear-
then the big thing is I mean, in a way, it's just like the beer too. If you just chug it down,
Yeah.
you don't.
It's
get
an
the cream
acquired-
in
if you
any
chug
of
that
them.
down, you are not
Yeah.
human.
It's an acquired taste.
But
Like
I mean, but like now, if you did this enough times, you like you it probably just burned on the way down. But
Yeah.
now I get all kinds of stuff off of it.
yeah, I get it's very sweet. You can taste the corn in it because this is not an aged one because that's why it's
I
clear,
feel
right,
like-
Bob?
All right, listen.
Yeah.
I will say, like, at first, I'm trying to pull that out. Right, I'm giving it my best. And this is not a bash to small batch corn whiskey, because this is, if you're into this, the bottle's delicious. The bottles are beautiful,
Delicious.
delicious. Yeah, but like when you first smell, it's like, okay, I want to drink lighter fluid. Like that's like because
Now, this has a very alcohol smell to it because
Yes.
it's not aged. Like because when you age these, so whiskey's clear until you put it into a barrel. So once you put it in the barrels, when it starts aging and you get those like amber
Amber
colors
colors,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
It's all stuff that comes out of the wood.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's usually what gives it more of its.
Try this. Take a little sip of it, but don't breathe. And when no, I'm telling you,
It sucks my oxygen out.
So like take a little sip of it, but don't breathe. And after you swallow it, breathe out. And you're gonna get some different notes. Like there's I'm getting some caramel and stuff out of the back end of this.
Holy fuck!
And like there's the sweet corn. Like I get
so-
the sweet corn.
so what
All
I
right,
said
don't
was-
breathe.
Yeah. So after I sipped it,
Just don't inhale when you drink.
Yeah, exactly.
how do you not inhale while you drink something?
I don't know, like everybody, let's say, you know, drown in it.
And then actually, like, get it in your mouth and swish it around until you feel like
swish it around.
so you feel like it's the room temperature or the same temperature, and then just let it go
98.6 degrees.
Different things are
then let it
open
go
up.
down nice and slow.
Different things are going to open up.
Yeah, my whole chest cavity.
Now, me personally, 100 proof or more, I'm going to usually put like a drop of water or like one ice cube or something. It all depends on the liquor though, too. And everyone has their own, like what they do, like a good scotch, like a nice single malt scotch. I usually put like a splash of filtered water in it because it just opens up, it cuts the burn a little bit, especially if it's a higher proof one, because it cuts the burn, opens up a lot of the different aromatics of it. And then like it makes it easier to drink.
I will say this. It's very, I taste like it, like cream corn almost. Like that's what I get. I get the cream corn. I definitely, that's what I get out of it. It's sweet. I definitely get the sweetness. Once that initial like fireball goes down your chest, it like it has a very pleasant aftertaste. Like
It gets easier the more you drink it.
Yeah. I don't absolutely hate it. I just don't know how people can just drink this straight.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I got the not breathing thing. I got the flavor notes, but
Ooh, baby. That's strong.
But like, yeah, I mean, liquors. So my own personal liquor story, I was just sick of beer. And this is like, I'm going to say, God, almost
1998.
It was before the craft beer boom hit. And like anytime you go to a bar, your options were Coors Light, Miller Lite, Bud Light, Lager. And I was just so sick of beer. So I'm like, let's try bourbon. So I mean, like Maker's Mark rocks. And then I started drinking that.
I'm pretty fond of Maker's Mark and Kessler's.
Yeah, Maker. My buddy Tom does a song, her original song called Maker's Mark. It's really good.
So I would just like, as I started drinking that, then I just slowly started removing the ice.
It'd be like 3 ice cubes, 2 ice cubes,
like a glass
1
full
ice
of
cube.
ice and a glass full of bourbon. And then I'd be like a little bit of ice. And then I got to the point of just like, now bourbon, I do like a little bit of ice in bourbon because I like it cold.
Yeah.
But it also depends on the ice too, because you can get like you do like the spheres and stuff, and it melts slow, but it keeps it cold.
Oh, I actually have a thing for spheres if you want it.
I have.
I'm not going to use
All right,
it.
I'll take it. I have
All
one
right.
in the shape of a Death Star.
Wow.
So here's the cool thing about this one. It says the bottle number on it, the batch number, proof, and then it says, "For my hands, heart, and soul comes the spirit of the highest quality, made for your enjoyment, distilled from the finest ingredients and processes known. Each bottle was painstakingly produced. I'm breathing fire using a craft and knowledge of only time and attention can offer." I'm not sure the name of the on the bottom, and it says enjoy responsibly. I will say this though, this bottle is gorgeous. These bottles you've been bringing and these simple, just like paper, like letter stock labels on it. These are sharp looking bottles. Like I said, it looks like prohibition bottles.
Yep.
Like something that you would just kind of throw it on a shelf or something like that. But like something you can quick rip the label off or something. But like the detail on the bottle is beautiful. And this is from Emmaus, Pennsylvania.
Maybe we'll start doing a thing where Bob will bring a liquor and we'll partner up beforehand and I'll make a cocktail with it too. We can have this.
Oh my God. Listen, we only have so much
Billy
time.
and I were talking the other day about doing cocktail hour of Bangin.
Yeah. Cranking cocktails.
Cranking cocktails. You guys are all right. Let's what beer do we have
so
here?
we got the double dry hop King Sue
Sue
now. So we thank you guys, whoever's still hanging out in the chat. We're definitely tangenting today, but it's good. It's fun.
This is creamy.
This is goddamn phenomenal. What we got in the double dry hop King Sue there, Bob?
All right, double dry hop King Sue, again from the Toppling Goliath Brewing Company of Decorah, Iowa. This is also an Imperial or double IPA. It comes in at 7.8% ABV, and it is rated at 50 IBUs. It's been checked in 19,000 times and has maintained a 4.43 average score. I have 40 friend check-ins, and it averages a 4.49 there.
Oh shit!
I'm going to read my highlight off, even though it doesn't actually have anything to do with the beer. I think it's pretty funny.
Dude, there's 19,000 check-ins total at 4.43.
4.43. That's
This is the highlight is from Ghoul89. His real name is Mario. He's from California. Him and his wife are both on Untapped. His quote is, "Work sucks. I know."
Good old Blink reference.
She left me roses by the stairs. Surprised to let me know she cares.
Na 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 na.
So, Citra hops give King Sue its bold flavors of mango, orange, and pineapple. This double dry hop version packs even more flavor into each bottle. And the flavor profile is juicy, citrus, hoppy, smooth, and dank.
God damn, it is dank. This, holy shit, dude! Like, it's just so creamy.
You would never suspect this is almost 8%.
No, not at all. It's so it's like creamy citrus too. Like, oh
yeah, this beer is
it's got the hint of cat piss.
Just a hair, yeah.
Yeah, you need that in your life. This is fucking fantastic.
Yep.
Oh, Toppling Goliath, hell yeah, guys!
If there's a beer that I would want on tap in my like in my house at all times, this would definitely be one of them. This is really good. This is the double dry hop.
Yep.
Or is it? Yep. Double dry hop, King Sue.
You definitely still like it's definitely not fully hidden. Like you definitely know you're drinking a little bit of a heavy hitter,
No, but
that oats.
Well, it's easy to drink.
Yeah, that oats and creaminess of it, that pillowy mouthfeel is really. I mean, I'm just saying that's what I experienced. I'm not a fucking professional.
It's that little bit extra.
Yeah,
from that extra hopping. So from the regular King Sue to the double dry hop, it's just
it's just another world. But
so speaking of, what's the history of them, Bob?
Yeah, what did you dig up on Toppling Goliath?
We probably went a little too long with it before. We should have started. Note to self:
Next
if we have
time.
history, let's start with the history of the brewery and the first couple beers, and then we'll get into the stuff later.
This isn't quite as extensive as the one on Treehouse was, but again, Toppling Goliath. This is another case of home brewers done good. The brewery was founded in 2009 by and I hope I say their last name correctly, Clark and Barbara Louie. This is the present brewery is actually the second location. They outgrew their home location, and again, the brewery was founded in 2009. The name Toppling Goliath came from a previous business that Clark had. And he was a marketer and consultant before that. And
did he work on a cereal varnish?
That one's over my head. So yeah,
don't put me down, Clark.
But
that was a Clark Griswold reference.
I love that.
Yeah, but he liked the name so much they kept it and used it again for the brewery.
Nice.
Aside from their IPAs, they're also very well known for their stouts. One of their stouts is rated #1 in the world on Beer Advocate.
Really?
They have
one of their stouts.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
They have an extensive barrel aging program, and there's several parts to that actually. They're very famous in Iowa for their releases, where they have limited numbers of the beer available. People come from all over the place. It actually is like a significant financial impact to the local area. That many people come out to, apparently Decorah is a pretty isolated town. Nobody just goes there to go to Decorah. If you're going to Decorah, you live there, or you're going to Toppling Goliath. And
so they're almost like a treehouse situation where they kind of double the population of the town when people go there.
Actually, like I said, everything that I read was like it's a significant economic impact when people show up for those limited edition releases.
So this brewery is helping other businesses in town because people are getting there.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And also on their barrel series, they do another, and I did not write the name down and I can't remember it, but they have a special barrel age series that's just in house, and if it doesn't come out the way they like, they don't dump it, they save it and they tinker with it.
Oh, nice.
And then there's variations on that are only available in the brewery.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it definitely sounds like a cool destination. Yeah, I don't think of anything in Iowa other than like Slipknot.
and Corn.
Yeah, Slipknot and Corn.
Not the band,
Yeah,
like actual
actual
Corn.
corn. That, like that whiskey's made out of.
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
the other thing that I thought was neat that I discovered while I was looking into them too is their current head brewer actually originally had planned to become a pharmacist.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not sure where in the process of becoming a pharmacist and what all, but he got involved in a foreign exchange program and he went to Germany and got exposed to the different kinds of beers as opposed to what was going on over here at the time. And he became fascinated by beer and how all the processes worked. And
That'd be so awesome.
But he was able to relate the chemistry and the working of making beer as an equivalent to being a pharmacist and creating all that, and that's what lured him in.
So he's like
Well,
Walter White, but beer.
Isn't that kind of like who's the Equilibrium?
And legal.
Yeah.
Also Melomink, I believe the owner
He was a pharmacist.
/ is still a pharmacist. Like, so, but he got into brewing because of like all the chemistry of
Dude,
it. And that's and that's why he likes to make sours, because there's
All
more
the, the crazy,
yeah,
the
like,
reactions. and
yeah.
what
So with
creates
all
that
so with
sour.
all so with all the reactions and what makes it like what makes
talked
the
to
beer
him.
become sour, like
Mhm.
he's into that kind of stuff.
We
so.
talked to him and I looked and I go, listen, man, no idea. You have blown my mind. I didn't know there was like once again, I'm never gonna sit here and say I'm a beer smart guy. Like I'm learning as I go. 4 years doing this. It's I'm learning every time. But like he was telling me about like how like with IPAs and how like, the enzymes and they're still like I was like, holy fuck, dude. Like I'm drinking sea monkeys. Like what do you like? Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy when
As
people
long as you're not sucking them out of a tube in a back alley.
yeah. Guy was stupid, man. But no, even like Equilibrium, that guy, like they said his education and what he has his background in, he could be a fucking rocket. They could work for NASA.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll
But
make beer.
Yeah,
and
I'll
then
make beer.
And it shows when people are just that smart and they know what they're doing, it shows in your product, and that's exciting.
Yeah. Speaking of like, he went to Germany and just kind of got like, how cool it would be like we playing out and Bangin Beers goes to Oktoberfest in like 2 years.
Sure. That'd be
Patreon.
fun.
Get your passports, gentlemen.
If you
No,
guys can,
I'm a
I have one.
I gotta renew mine.
yeah, I had to, yeah.
How sick would that be though?
That's actually my plan if I ever win Powerball or Mega Millions. I'm just gonna go like, so I'll buy a place and then I'll have them make the brewery while I'm traveling to like Germany,
dude,
and
honestly, my goal would
Japan, and all these other countries, and learning how they make beer there, and then come back and just make it here.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love to for this podcast network to explode, and then I can just get everyone away from their jobs, and their jobs would be just following their dreams, man. Like if you're like do the podcast, but like if you want to be a brewer, like dude, here's a building. Like go buy. Here's a building. Fucking, we're gonna like the upstairs is a fucking podcast studio. Downstairs is a comic book shop that Andy can sell his comics. The side room is for Kelly to sell her crystals.
Yep.
I'll buy a fucking animal rescue place that Heidi and Rish can fucking can rescue every animal in the world and fucking do what they love doing. Fucking, and then a brewery for you guys to make something. Like I would love to have all that.
And to get Bob like a nice car to drive around and go to all the breweries.
No, we would hire Jared.
Yes.
And he would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
Jared.
he'll take you and
Yeah.
Rosa around.
I would buy Jared's fleet out and just be like, Jared, you work. I'm the captain. Here's all the money. Just drive us around. But no, man, it's. I never say never. Like I don't expect us to ever be Joe Rogan, but I'm never saying that we would never ever not be Joe Rogan. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because
Just
I don't
Joe
count-
Rogan was rich and famous before.
exactly. But I'm saying
He was
is like this-
fucking. He had that news radio money, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I just never count anything out because I never thought I would be doing half the things I'm doing now because of this podcast, and it's cool, man. Like I just love the fact that like when someone like a Toppling Goliath just put the time and effort in, it didn't happen overnight. They worked their ass off. They were making like Pilguru, making beers out of their garage, and like, hey, we'll do a brew fest, and people like brew, and then like they kept at it and they kept grinding, they kept meeting people, and Colin would go work for Snitz, and then he would go work for Trogs, and he would go here and he would just learn and absorb. And now look at them, like maybe another 10 years they're outgrow that building. You know what I mean?
That,
like
that orange moisty.
the orange one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try.
Like,
I need to get that
like-
Irish stout they just put out.
I might run down after here and have one, and then like head home after. Like I just want to try the their Irish dry stout that they put out.
Maybe I'll go grab a Crowler can for tonight for the pay per view.
Well, maybe we'll plan that out after here.
Yep.
But this last beer from
I should
Toppling
probably drink
Goliath is the Golden Nugget, which has Nugget hops, which is something
Nugget
we had
nectar.
recently. I didn't realize these. So apparently these hop names are registered trademarks because all these ones on here have.
So this is what
the
they use for
little
Nugget Nectar?
Yeah.
You can
Nugget, Simcoe, and Amarillo, however you want to pronounce it.
It's a yellow version. It's almost
Yeah.
like a yellow version of Nugget Nectar.
Well, Nugget nectar is a red ale,
An amber ale.
and and not an IPA.
Yeah. And this is an IPA.
You
But yeah, it does
bastard.
have that. It's like a lighter Nugget Nectar, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah, this is fucking awesome.
It's Iowa's version of Nugget nectar.
Yeah.
Make sure I have the right one. There's more than one version.
Oh, they do variants. Nice. How many different variants are there, Bob? Did you see it, or just a quick glance?
There's Golden Nugget. There's Imperial Golden Nugget with Mosaic, with Warrior. There's a double dry hopped Imperial Golden Nugget. Oh, then some of them are actually like vintage too, with years.
I wonder if this place, like, if you order from Topple, will they deliver here? Like, will they deliver?
I'm not sure if they have an online ordering or if they just go through distro.
I want to try more. I want to try a stout. I want to try the Galaxy. Listen, if you guys are watching, you guys said you're anticipating, you're excited. Let us know how we can. Dude, I want t-shirts. I would order stuff off you guys.
I was looking at t-shirts and sweatshirts this morning.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Is there one with T-Rexes on it?
I should hope so.
I don't think.
Honestly, I want
didn't
a
look
Sun
at
Reaper hoodie.
I didn't look at t-shirts. I looked at sweatshirts and
I gotta go
hats.
look. I want a Sun Reaper because it looks so like metal. It reminds me of like the Jane Doe album cover from Converge.
I'm gonna go to the website right now. Well, listen, if you also want to check out anything Toppling Goliath, please go to the links below. We have all their social medias tagged. So if you want to follow them on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and their websites on there, and they have a YouTube channel also, so you can go support that.
So I don't know about you guys, but the first impression I get when I look at all their labels, it makes me think that like this is a comic book artist doing this.
Yeah.
These were like comic book covers.
Oh, definitely. Because like the Intergalactic Warrior one,
it's like
it's straight up
like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I would absolutely wear any of these as a t-shirt.
It's like actually it looks more like Aqua Woman.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a comic book style.
Yeah, whoever does your art is unbelievable.
Fucking awesome. But yeah, the
So
Intergalactic
here's their
Warrior is
flagships.
fantastic.
So King Sue, Pompeii, Pseudo Sue, Dorothy are their flagships. Their rotationals are Golden Nugget, Pseudo Seltzer. I guess it's the mango straw. Is that strawberry?
Oh, sweet. They have like bike shirts. Nice.
Yes. Oh, my dad will love that. He loves the bike stuff. Pine. So they make a bunch of different flavored seltzers. I believe the Pseudo Sue variants where it's Galaxy, Mosaic. That's all there. Can you order it online? Please tell me you can order it online. Sorry, this is what we do. Find Beer Finder. So yeah, it's only a Beer Finder. It doesn't actually ship to you. Yeah, they have limited release bottles. The bottles are beautiful too. The wax tips on them.
They have they have an Intergalactic Warrior shirt that's like a cut off muscle shirt with but it's the Intergalactic Warrior like Wonder Woman looking with like Rosie the Riveter
Oh, that's fucking sick.
with the beer.
Does it have to be a cutoff?
That's the only one they got, yeah.
I don't have muscles.
Yo, the Pseudo Sue one's pretty sick. They have a lime green one or the Sea Sue Run t-shirt.
We're just like stopping the whole show. and
yeah, we're
browsing their
looking at
website.
your merch now because it's fucking sick. Look at that one. That one's awesome.
So you can get a mystery box where it's 3 t-shirts for $50 and they'll send you 3 random t-shirts.
I like that too. But yeah, their merch is sick. They have a sweet like work shirt and like a plaid. Fuck, I'm gonna have to buy some stuff. Toppling Goliath, thank you.
Oh yeah, the work short, the gray work shirt's pretty cool.
Dude,
Nice.
the plaid one is fucking sick too. All right, well, that's their merch. Their merch is awesome.
That you guys are killing the game. They have a bunch of cool stuff on there. Hats, stickers, the whole
Yeah,
nine.
they got a lot of really cool
We
stuff.
need to get
So,
did any of these peel off, by the way?
the ones that should have a sticker should.
Oh yeah, T-Rex is going on the table.
But
We'll get that off. We'll get that off.
So, all right, we've made it through all of these beers here. We got a bullshit for a few seconds while Billy go drains.
I'll read
Oh,
this one.
we didn't
Oh, yeah.
do that yet. Sorry, Bob. Jesus.
So Golden Nugget, again from Toppling Goliath Brewery of Decorah, Iowa. It's considered an American IPA and comes in at 6.8% ABV. It's rated at 45 IBUs. This has been checked in almost 58,000 times and averages a 3.99. I have 37 friend check-ins where it averages a 3.94. No highlight on this one, so we'll go right into the write-up. This medium-bodied IPA with moderate bitterness and light piney flavor is a combination of Golden Promise malt, Simcoe Amarillo, and Nugget hops. And the flavor profile is listed as hoppy, floral, smooth, piney, and sweet.
Yeah, it tastes like it's like an IPA version of Nugget Nectar instead of being an ale. The IPA, it's fucking gorgeous.
Which, if they reach out to us, so I have some Nugget Nectar left, I can send it to them.
Yeah, we'll do like a
swap.
King Sue, are you ever interested in doing a brew fest? We can get you in touch with the Pilgrim, and you should come down and do School County Brew Fest.
That would be awesome.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. If
If you're willing to come to
Iowa.
Pennsylvania, we can get you involved in a brew fest. I'm saying we would love to have you, but
Yep.
I'm sure
they
Yeah.
would too.
Oh man, it'd be so much fun. I want to become friends with you guys. Message us. Actually, one other thing too, if you guys do go back and watch, the door's open.
Yep.
If you liked, obviously we will cut the movie banter out unless you want to talk movies with us. But if you want to come on as a guest, if there's the brewer wants to come on, or an owner, or someone who just represent the bar manager, anything. If you guys can do a video chat, we would love to have you on. We're always down to have guests and collaborations. We'd love to hear more about the brewery. We did as much as we can find just on the internet from you guys, and Bob's pretty thorough. We'd love to learn more.
Yeah, well, obviously we like the whole premise of this show is 4 friends drinking beer and talking about bullshit. So, but when we actually have a guest on and stuff, like that's our focus. So, like if you guys ever want to come on and talk, we would love it. It'd be fantastic. We set up a video chat. We'll do it all up.
Yeah,
we'll get
all
more
right.
of your beers.
Do we have the full lineup here? Sorry, I'm gonna.
All right, so now we have we got quite the fucking we have quite the lineup here to choose.
What's up? So we are picking our beer of the night. Let me take another
or
whack
the
at-
afternoon.
Yeah, right.
Oh boy, I'm still burping up that corn whiskey.
All right, so we got. All right, I'm gonna go first. I'm just gonna do it. My heart wants to go to King's Double Dry Hop King Sue, but I think I'm going Dragon Fandango.
I love how he moves it all the way up to the winning spot.
This is really
he's like, I win.
Well, there you go. You fucking happy now? It's rare for me, like sours. I'm so soured out. Like
that was delicious sour.
They're not my thing anymore. This beer though, there's just something about this one that, holy shit! Like literally, like
It's because you know what a dragon fruit is now.
yeah.
We did
Dude,
eat
I actually
dragon
got a
fruit.
dragon fruit from Bill's the other day, and I cut it up, and that was beautiful. I loved it. It was good.
Once again, thank you to the Black Diamond in Frackville for donating 2 cans to us so we can enjoy this.
Yeah, but like I said, like the color, the taste, like I had to stop myself from cranking that down like at the beginning of the show. I'm like, I need to sip this, but I wanted to go that, but I'm gonna go Dragon Fandango for my number 1.
So I just took my first sip of King Sue, and I'm torn. I'm torn between 3 of them. They're hard. King Sue is fantastic. That is a good beer. That's so creamy and just delicious. The double dry hop King Sue is fantastic. That golden nugget is everything I love about Nugget Nectar from Trogs, but in a IPA form. I'm a lager guy, but I mean, I'm not saying Dorothy lager didn't blow me away, but it wasn't like just because I guess from being around here, when I think lager, I think those amber lagers.
Yep.
So it's hard for me to get past.
I'm gonna 100% say
clear.
though for myself though, I did not protect the 4 on any of these beers.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all 4 or above to me.
But I think if I was going for an all-dayer beer, like something I would drink all day long, and I want it to last the whole night and not, take my pants off, I'm going Pompeii. I really like how easy and flavorful that was. That was super crisp. You can go all day long with that one. But I'm going to say for my beer of the night, I'm going to just go with the OG, the King Sue. I want to pick double, but I don't know how available double is.
I think it's limited.
So
Like
I
I think it comes out randomly.
So I don't want to fall in love with it if I can only have it like Nugget Nectar. Like I love it, but it's like fuck, I can only have it for a couple months of the
But
year.
That's what makes it special.
But yeah, that's what makes it special. And I think that's the thing. A lot of people argue for these seasonal releases to be out all the time.
It makes
But
it
then
better.
it
that
doesn't
way.
make it- then there's nothing to
they're
look forward to.
yeah, if they're out all the time, are you gonna really love it? Because
Like
you
when-
can just always have it.
when it's not a treat anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly, because like when like end of May, early June comes, it's like fuck, Nimble Giant's coming out.
Yep.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, we're like, here we go.
Well, the good thing
And
is
then-
like if we can translate this at all to Trogs, because we just love them so much, is like every season is like, oh, we're losing Nugget, but we're getting
But we're getting-
this.
yeah.
Dude,
Like-
I love the new Hop Horizon. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, and I'm not a big coconut guy. But
I don't get any coconut. Honestly.
No, I got like a little bit, but just because I'm a little averse, I'm more averse to coconut, so that might be why it
I
comes
think
out.
the flavor of coconut
But-
isn't as bad to me as long as it's not that suntan lotion coconut, but
With
that
the
the texture, like that
But see,
stringy coconut.
I don't get coconut at all in Hop Horizon. We'll have to
I
bring
do.
that on the show next. I don't. It's
Yeah.
weird, but I get it as a single version of Hop Cyclone. So
Yeah.
All right, Bill.
Oh Jesus!
It is.
I'm
is a tough one.
honestly going Dragon Fandango.
Here, there's Dragon.
Just because it's like sours I like especially on like a warm day, but normally I can only drink like one.
yeah, I
And
can
then,
that
like-
pack down.
Like I move on to something else, but that I could
That's a great beer.
like
it's rare for a
could-
sour to really grab me like that one does.
yeah I could be grilling on the charcoal grill
that would be my
and
number.
then just
That's my number 2 beer.
We
keep
got,
hammering those
What are you
down.
thinking?
Well, there's 3 that are pretty tight for me. I love the King Sue. That was the first time I had the double dry hopped. I really like that, and I'm pretty fond of the Pompeii. And not to say anything's wrong with any of the other ones because they're all fantastic beers, but I'm gonna say first king is best king.
There you go. It's King Kong Bundy. We're gonna have a 2-way tie. It's gonna be the King Sue
Oh
and
man,
the
a dragon.
Fandango are gonna be your 2 beers of the night.
So a dragon and a T-Rex are fighting right now
I want to see this
somewhere.
Some shitty horror movie person put this together.
or they're making love,
Maybe. Well, and then they create even a bigger monster.
and then they create a King Sue with mango and passion fruit, baby, with horns. It's gonna be beautiful.
King Sue Fandango.
Yeah, it's gonna be a King Sue Fandango baby.
All right, we got a tie.
King Sudango.
All right. Number
Toppling
2.
Goliath. If you make that, you could have the name. Just send us a can.
That's not a good name, but whatever. Number 2, fucking. I'm obviously not gonna the double dry hop King Sue.
I'm not arguing with that
Yep.
at all.
I'm not arguing.
Yeah, number 2 is going to be the double dry hop. Number 3, I
Now
really
I'm
like the
torn.
Golden Nugget, but for me, I like those all day beers. I want something that can go all day long. I'm going Pompeii.
I'm going Pompeii as well.
Same.
Yeah,
Well, Billy doesn't matter anymore.
I don't matter, but I'm gonna go with the lager.
you would have went with the lager.
Because,
Just
yeah,
because
just
This
because.
Pompeii is just so much flavor in that, and it drinks so easy. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful beer.
but the everything else though, like if you get the variety, you're gonna win.
Oh,
Like,
you
there's
can't go wrong with
all
anything.
these-
Yeah,
It's like-
there are absolutely no losers on this table.
All these beers are fantastic. Everything
just us.
Yeah.
yeah, we're the losers here. Not,
Yeah. No losers in cans.
yeah. So, but yeah, you cannot go wrong with anything Toppling Goliath. Like I said, for to us be shelfies because they're from Iowa and we can find them on the shelves readily available in a lot of places around here, especially the Craft House in Minersville. Every single beer I've ever had from them is fantastic. If you get a chance, check out Intergalactic Warrior and Sun Reaper. They are actually my favorites. If Sun Reaper was on this table, it would be my number 1.
Yeah. Let's do a quick call to action to our listeners. If you're listening to this audio or video, or you come back and finish that later, because I know you guys have had some things to do on a Sunday, take a screenshot of your Untapped, or if you go out and buy a Toppling Goliath, or if you go and support them by buying some merchandise off them, take a picture and tag us and
Yes.
them and say, hey, I went out and bought this t-shirt, or I bought this beer because I heard about the review on Bangin Beers. Let's really show them by our listener base that we can make some impact and get people to try some new beers and maybe step out of your comfort zone a little bit, because that's what we're trying to do. Is we're trying to get more people to try fun things and have that social interaction. We want to know who our listeners are. We want to interact. We want to love. We want to hug. We want to kiss your faces. You know,
We're getting a lot more interaction on the Facebook group.
Yes,
so please
it
keep
was
that
like
stuff
last
up.
night. I was attempting to watch movies and kept getting notifications that people were posting, and it's not a bad thing.
That's
I'm-
so good.
I'll
Like,
never be upset about it.
those of you that are still
Never.
contributing, that are starting to contribute to the community page, thank you so much.
it means a lot. It really does. It's hard for me personally. because just kind of peek behind the curtain for a very long time. It was me kind of doing everything for 5 shows, and it was very, very stressful, and it was very hard to do, and really relinquishing that power and letting each member of the show kind of step up and take over.
Yell at you to let us do that.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to for a while, but it's hard when you just like take so much pride in for so long, and you kind of didn't really have anyone who was willing to do that, or they were willing to do it, but I didn't think they were good representations of what I stand for, and to give you guys that power and really take over the show and be as proud of it as I was creating it. It means a lot. And it's cool to like kind of step back and be like, what are we doing this week? Oh, cool. You guys got it. That's
and
beautiful.
we have some cool ideas coming up. Billy and I have been talking about some things that maybe do like some offshoots for this show. So keep an eye out on these things. We did do the poll about the brew. So we are going to still be doing the brew at some point. We just got to work out some kinks because we don't want to put out a piece of content that just is us fucking. Although it might be
getting
funny
blackout
too.
drunk and me getting kissed in the mouth by one of your dogs.
Yeah,
or
Go ahead. You're good.
But
me in a corner and just spinning in a circle because I don't know what the fuck to do.
And Bob brought a bottle of corn whiskey, and now we're all.
So like we got a lot of cool stuff we're working on. Obviously, we don't want to just throw it out there and be like, oh, here's how we're gonna do it. We want to refine a few things. So we have a few different ideas that we might throw out in the near future, which might be kind of cool. So just kind of offshoots of this to bring everybody here on a Sunday afternoon.
Do you want to throw a plug out possibly that where they can meet us in a week or two or days?
Snitz Creek.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna be at Snitz Creek on not for a show on the 19th, but for my birthday.
Yeah. So if you're listening and you're
in the
local
area,
and you want to come hang out with us,
feel free to stop by.
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
We'll be at Snitz Creek.
We'll be there, and then who knows after? Maybe we'll run to the casino
or back home to Little Brown Barrel, so I can walk home drunk.
Correct. Same.
Samesies. Heidi's gonna fucking hate me after that night because I'm gonna drink so many.
Well,
beers.
I am too because I'm hitching a ride with Handy and Rich, and Rich said that she's driving. So
beautiful. You know what you do? Because we have a car that can fit all. Like Heidi doesn't drink, so why does Rich have to not have a drink or two if Heidi's gonna DD?
Well, we could all fit.
I gotta see who is already committed to my car, and then we'll go from there.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Because
Jared.
Well, we thought about that, but fuck him.
Yeah,
we love you, Jared. Don't worry. I know he's not gonna watch this, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, not literally, because he might like that.
Yeah,
that's his thing.
But we like I said, we'll be down there. Come talk to us, hang out. There'll be a bunch of us there.
I'm gonna turn into a fucking blueberry that day. I'm gonna drink so many of those. Once I get to a brewery and I find that one, I'm like, I love this. I don't deviate. I just stay with it.
Yeah. But don't forget also April 9th, we are going to be at Rusty Rail for the 1,000,000th canning of Fog Monster.
Please. If anything, listen.
We're going to start promoting that soon. We want to
come out and support us. Like come out and be like, we're here because of Bangin' Beers. Because the fact that fucking Rusty Rail, like, listen, we fucking blow a lot of breweries on this show. You know what I mean? We're like, we love Trogs and we love all these people and they tweet us and that's beautiful. But do they listen to content? Who knows? But if a bunch of people who listen to the show come out like, we're here because the Bangin' Beers boys are here, that gives us more like ability to be like getting opportunities to do cool things.
And probably starting
and we want to hang out with you.
Starting next show, we're probably going to really start hyping that. So that's really awesome. We really appreciate them for inviting us out. So that's going to be a blast at Rusty Rail on April 9th.
I think they think we're somebody else still. Like,
no,
like, are you
sure?
Just
let it roll.
We have Matt from fucking Dirtac, and he turned us on everybody. So like, it's gonna be awesome. I think.
Love it. I'm so honored and excited.
I do still want to reach out to Matt next time I get a chance to talk to him to see if he wants to come on.
Please,
yeah, dude,
and hang out with us.
Yes, the door's always open for him.
But
all right, Bob, what are you wearing? What are you plugging?
I have my Lord Andy shirt on.
There it is. There's Andy's face. What a handsome man you are. Your clean shaven face.
I have no other choice. So
you look more like the Lord than any of us.
It's okay. That's my only choice.
We should get powdered wigs.
We should.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah, for like one episode at least. Just all of us in powdered wigs.
We'll just end up looking like Mac and Dennis on that episode.
Or
just one episode, like total period costume.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, then also all of the beers on the lineup and the show beers are just all Chesterfield.
Yeah, like what do you get anything different? It's just delicious.
It's just well, this one's slightly warmer, so I'm getting it because it took us longer to open it.
I love it. Fun fact: when she was wearing that at the bar, people were like, "I love your Yingling shirt," and they looked at like, "What's Bangin' Beers?" And she's like, "Oh, it's," and she's like, "It's that guy's face." And then he looked across the bar and goes, "That's fucking awesome!" And they were like taking the bottle and they were holding up to like, "Dude, you even did the IWEP Network School County, like not the DG Yingling."
Yep.
Like, I'm like, dude, like we're honoring them. Like that's our favorite beer.
Yeah. What you got, Billy?
Well, the same thing happened
Bobby,
to me,
you
but
got
I
anything
was
else?
Oh yeah.
I thought I would just cut you. I'm sorry.
That's cool. The last two road tripping with Rosa breweries. Give a shout out to Shaler Brewing in Shillington, Spellbound Brewing in Mount Holly, New Jersey, and again in Mount Holly, New Jersey, Trainwreck Distilling. They're all worth your time. If you're in the neighborhood, stop in and check them out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you grab any single cans to bring for future?
The only take home thing I got was I bought a bottle of that single malt scotch from the Trainwreck Distillery.
We're looking forward to sipping on that and
Thank goodness.
have my chest
Excited.
burn off.
Yeah.
Just pumped. Bill.
I'm gonna say the other day at work I wore an actual Lord Chesterfield shirt, and the one girl at work asked if I was wearing a shirt with my own face on it, and then I said no. I only ordered the sweatshirt in zip-up form, so my face is on my back and not directly below my own
Whose
face.
shirt were you wearing?
It was an actual
Chetty
Chesterfield.
shirt.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was an actual Chetty shirt.
So she's assimilating you to your.
Yeah,
Love it. I love that.
That's awesome.
Rewiring people's brains.
Other than that, right now I'm wearing a hoodie from Seven Sirens. I'm wearing one of our hats from the show
with a true pin and a Bill Murray.
a true pin
with a
and a
lettuce
Bill
on his
Murray.
head.
Yeah, because I have a Bill Murray pin for every season. Being it's St. Patrick's Day, I chose
From the
St.
Chive.
Patrick's- Yeah.
Yeah.
And then underneath the Seven Sirens hoodie, I'm wearing a Fright Rag shirt. So when we do the pictures
Which
at
one?
the end, I'll do two
Okay. Have to
photos.
find out.
Which one are you doing?
You'll see.
When they did the run of the movies that they turned into horror movies, I'm wearing the Short Circuit one.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. I like it.
Nice.
I love it.
Johnny 5.
Andy.
Support your local breweries and your local distributors. PA's dumb, so we have to go through those options, but glad those people are around. My acoustic project's coming along. So hopefully in the next few weeks we'll be able to get up to an open mic at least to test it out.
Yeah.
So and then Faith is working on new shit still. So
All right, I got to plug. Watch AEW tonight. If you're a wrestling fan or a former wrestling fan, check out tonight's pay-per-view. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to check out me doing some commentary, go follow us over at Tornado Tag Podcast because I know we talked about a lot about the wrestling today. You get to hear there's some videos online of me doing wrestling commentary. I'm still new. I'm new to the game. It's not much of different what I do on the podcast table because I'm trying not to play a character. I'm just being me. So I just say what I think is funny or entertaining at that time. And sometimes it makes my co-host laugh. And if I get a chuckle out of the people, if I break the people next to me, I know I won.
there you go.
I love it. And I go, got him. I literally treat it like it's a podcast. I don't know. I have a good time with it. Yeah. And the IWEP network, if you want to check out our 4 other shows, every Sunday we are live here, 12 o'clock. Bangin' Beers podcast.
Except next Sunday we'll be here at 3
Three.
p.m. next
Three.
week because
Yeah.
Billy's got to work.
I
So
have
we're
to
gonna have a
work.
little bit
Oh
of
yeah,
show
so
next
3
week.
p.m. next week.
But next week is going to be our St. Patty's Day show. So we're going to be featuring some classic Irish beers and some hopefully some local takes on those Irish beers.
And we
A
have
guest.
a special guest.
We do have a special guest.
A fucking handsome man.
Handsome indeed.
Zach is going to be joining us.
And I'll be
We'll
on
probably talk some
TBI on
horror and
Tuesday.
masks and stuff. So
Yeah, and Bill will be on TBI, which is on this Tuesday at 8 o'clock. We're going to be talking Irish folklores and myth. Are you bringing Irish beers?
I can if you want.
Do you have any more?
Just let me know.
What's the?
I have one puka left,
you
so
have
I can
one
bring
puka?
that.
Bring a
and
puka.
then,
We'll split that, and then bring like a harp or something.
I'll bring something.
All right. We're gonna drink Irish. Me and Bill are gonna get drunk, and the other two people are gonna talk. They're gonna take it seriously, and we're just gonna we're gonna be banging beers, and they're gonna be talking about stuff like it's real.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna probably shit on it. That's usually what happens in Truth Behind Illusion. And then next Tuesday, very exciting. We talk Fright Rags all the time. You always see us wearing their shirts. We're gonna have Ben, the owner of Fright Rags, back on Not Cool in High School. Another one. I can't believe he likes us enough to come do this. But the owner of Fright Rags, which we wear wear so many of their t-shirts are going to be on Not Cool in High School. We're going to find out the future and what's coming up this year for Fright Rags, which is super exciting. Interviews with everyday people, which is my solo show where I interviewed people from all over the place. It's not just local anymore. I am booked till fucking August.
That's awesome, dude.
That is cool.
I put a post out and said, I'm going to reach out to everyone who signed up now. And then whoever else wants to sign up, do it now. And we'll get you booked. I am booked for every single Monday from now till August.
That's awesome, dude.
I'm very excited. There may be a week where we don't go live because there's some that I'm going to record on location, or I'm going to use Cabana Entertainment. So there will be a Monday where we not have one. And then, or maybe I can just book somebody in it, like, maybe I still want to get people from the podcast on and talk to you guys and learn about you guys and kind of put you on there. So maybe when I'm doing the on location, I can sneak you guys in on like a Wednesday or a Saturday and do like or a Sunday, like everyone else leaves and then we just can talk after we're already drunk and be hilarious. But yeah, so much stuff. The IWP Network, we have something for everybody.
Yeah, check it out. Go subscribe to us on YouTube. You get all the notifications. Make sure you hit the bell if you do subscribe on YouTube. Check us out on Twitch. Check us out on all the other streaming platforms, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all that fucking shit, whatever.
Knows this shit.
But
he knows his stuff.
Follow us on the Instagram. Come hang out in the community. The community is growing and participating more. So get on that stuff.
There's a guy who's in the beer community that reached out to be on interviews over the people. He's like a salesperson.
Nice.
For Funk.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
carry him over.
Check these things out. Like we're really trying to get that community going. Like we get a lot more interaction. So thank you guys who have been contributing. And we got Bangin' Beers episode 154. What are you guys saying, Billy?
The only other thing I'm going to say is somebody posted in the community page last night from the North Brewery that was turned on to us by the North Brewery.
Yes.
I fucking love that. Thank you so much.
So
that was very exciting.
That just made my day. My day is good for the day.
Yeah, some really cool shit. So we really appreciate you guys supporting us. We'll be back next week, 3 p.m., a little bit later. But Billy's got to Billy's got to sling some beers until 2 o'clock. So
sorry.
We got
show beer.
We're next we're gonna feature some St. Patty's Day beers and some Irish stuff. And that's episode 155.
Are we all wearing green? Are we going to green?
Oh, I got my Patty's Pub shirt ready to go.
I'm not going to wear green. I'm going to get pinched by all you guys.
I'm going to pinch my cheeks. Yep.
But thank you guys for tuning in. We are Bangin' Beers Podcast. We will be back next week. Not the same bat time, but the same bat channel.
Things.
Hi.
Like